They're coming. Which one?
Uh, the one always showing his shoes and stuff.
I'm biased. He said he could. Yeah, I'm biased. A cool nigga though, yo. Let me
Yeah,
see.
yeah.
Oh, he must have found it.
Always showing his shoes and stuff.
I'm biased. He said he could. Hold on, let me get the damn. I'm biased. A cool nigga though, yo. Let me see. Let me see. Let me mute that out. Everybody line open. Hey, Nahisi, that's Nahisi. Nahisi, what's up, man? You found the number, yo? The number must have been in the link, huh, yo? You on mute, yo. Nahisi. Oh, shit. I can't even hear him. He in that motherfucker. I don't know how.
He said, I cannot talk. Do not have a mic. He said his mic off. He just put it in the chat.
Said the mic don't work?
Yeah.
Hell. Oh, no mic at work. All right. Got you. Got you, yo. Got you, bro. Got you, man. Appreciate you coming through anyway, yo. All right. I see we about live now, man. But yeah, you right about that, yo. You definitely right about that, yo. You right about that, man. We can't really give no ground at all when it comes to the subject matter, yo. We got science on our side, we got the truth on our side, man. We got a lot of things on our side, man. You know what I mean, Sheffrin?
Definitely.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's crazy. Jabari did that without the panel that was gonna go in there with him. He needed that support.
Yeah, he need that.
Hopefully he see this and come on here.
Nah, he don't need to come on here, yo. Certain people I can't even deal with no more, man.
What up, y'all?
How you doing, brother? How you feeling, man?
Good, man. Good. What up, Sheffrin?
What's the deal? What's happening?
Not much, man. ETM Hotel to the chat.
Shout out to you, chat. Let them fill up a little bit, man. Mm-hmm.
So the debate happened, huh?
Yeah, it happened.
Happened, huh?
Yeah. Oh, why, bro? Why, man? Why, Jabari? Why, man? Why?
Comedic Christianity is on the rise.
On the rise, man. Why, man? Why, man? I'm gonna let a few more people come in here, man. I know we just popped up out of nowhere, man. But I'm gonna before I kind of get into the situation. What the hell is the name of Chris Broussard Church, yo? I'm putting them on notice, yo. What's the name of their church? You know what it is?
No, let me check.
I know. Hold on. I'm gonna get this right for you, Chris Bouchard, Mr. Chris Bouchard. Go back to let me get your church name right. I don't want to mess it up. I don't want no reason for them to start running. No reason to run. You supposed to know that.
Let me see.
Hold on. All right, the name of the church is. What's that noise?
Somebody driving.
Okay.
Hey,
King Movement, huh?
Never mind. I'm finna look in my email. I think I might have a number, Nahisi, and I'm gonna drop it right here in the chat.
Don't Nahisi got the number?
Nah. When we come on like this, it don't send you the link like that. It just adds us on to the panel. So I'm finna get on my tablet. But yeah, Chris Broussard, you talking about them the Christian gods, whatever they call it.
Hold on. It's called the King Movement. Let me get it right.
Yeah, that's right. That's them.
Yeah, but the church is called Calvary Hill Community Church. I
King
think
Movement.
their organization is called the King Movement.
King Movement mission statement. All right, let me get to the King Movement real quick. Okay. All right, man. Shout out to the King Movement, man. We're officially calling you out, man. Y'all had your little debate. Y'all happy. But y'all didn't do what y'all really was supposed to do. Y'all did it the way y'all supposed to do that, though. What you're supposed to do is you're supposed to pick the weakest link. You're supposed to separate the weakest link based off their character. Convince them that it's okay to have a debate outside of your team that you had agreed to, Mr. Jabari. So y'all officially did that. I'm not mad at you. All right. Jabari, you're gonna have to live with this one. So now we understand your whole character and who you are. Now we got it. I'm not mad, I'm not tripping, but you know it is what it is. Let me see. Want to get right here to their mission statement. Did you pull it up yet? No, you ain't got it. Let me see. Hey Sean, you pull it up?
Nah, I'm getting this information from Nihisi. I got it.
All right, I'm gonna get the mission statement. Before we get started here, man, I'm gonna read their mission statement and show you why they're not ready for a debate with the scholarly conscious community. Now they was ready for a debate with the Christianized conscious community, Jabari, Egyptian Christianity. They was ready for that, full-fledged. All right, character and all. They was ready for that. So I don't want to make no mistakes where y'all say, well, that guy's ignorant, he wears a hat, he's a thug. I don't want y'all to do none of that. So don't look at my appearance and think that we're not 100% ready to go ahead and finish that Christianity completely off, no matter what y'all say. We can give y'all no points. How you say it, Chef Ron? How you say it? Chef,
What's up?
how you say it? They ain't supposed to get what?
They ain't supposed to give them no ground.
No ground. They got to earn every bit of it.
Yep.
Yeah. So all the bowing your head and praying before the thing, nah, that ain't what we doing. See, I don't have to play that game. I don't fear the God of the Christians at all. Not at no time period. And we are educated now, and we're ready. So, it's a whole different ball of wax. Whole different ball of wax. Now, my Christian brothers and Muslim brothers and Jewish brothers and Hebrew brothers and Moorish brothers, you know what I'm saying? I respect the struggle because we're all engulfed in the struggle. So I respect the struggle. I just don't respect the information that y'all present to our community, right? And I know I'm here personally to stop the buffoonery. I said buffoonery, tomfoolery, because that's exactly what it is. So if we want to talk about Black history, and if we want to talk about the roles that Black people played in the church and all that, yeah, that's a different discussion. We talking about here that Christianity never was originally ours. Never was. You couldn't prove it if you wanted to. So I'd like to see y'all theologians actually prove that, which you'll find at the end of the day that at the onset, Christianity had nothing to do with these African people. Whether you go back to Ethiopia, we're going to run you out of there. You know what I'm saying? Whether you go to Syria, wherever you want to go and play the game, right? We're going to be prepared for that, man. That's real. So I'm officially calling y'all out on that. I'm calling y'all out because the way it happened, it was kind of weak. So let me let y'all know, let's start the show. Start the show so I can actually, put y'all down with what really went on. All right? Show you what happened. All right? Shout out to the Elder Shemaz. Let me get started first. All right, y'all. Black African power. What's good? What's happening? A well-organized lie. Defeats a disorganized truth every time. Woo-hoo-wee. Man, y'all already know what it is, man. It's God Killer in the house. Look, man, We come to do what we got to do, and we're going to do what we got to do. We standing strong, we standing tall. Hey, y'all know what it is, man. Pseudo killers on deck. What's good, Sean? How you doing, man?
Man, I'm good. Appreciate you having me on, man. I do want to say again, ETN Hotel Rennie Sean. That means welcome and peace. My name is Sean and Ronnie Kemet. That is Egyptian spoken language. I think it is very important that we have this discussion in a respectful manner and keep it moving because you're right. I don't know why he would jump out that window, but let's find out why. What up, Chef? What about yourself? How you doing, bro?
Man, I'm cool, and I just heard about it today, man. I was confused. I didn't I thought it was gonna be a panel discussion. I thought he was gonna have a team, whoop him, and y'all was gonna go in there and had that dialogue with them brothers together. But you know, Garfield had talked about it earlier on his show, and I was like, damn, it happened already. And I thought it was gonna be a group thing. So, and then they were saying, he ain't do too good. So like that's crazy to me, man. I feel like, we supposed to do that, go against those Black Christians, as a collective with scholarship and really walk them through that information. It didn't happen that way. So I feel like they think they got out. I feel like they got their win, and it might be hard for them to get back in the ring, you know what I mean, with the so-called conscious community. So
Absolutely, absolutely. Just to speak to what you said, I'm in total agreements with where you are and your assessment with how this thing was supposed to go down. It was orchestrated collectively. We knew who the collective body were. It was supposed to be three panelists to represent one side of the argument versus their side. Somehow it got switched up, and then the moderator became one of the people that was going to debate, and then there was somebody else that came in and was supposed to be handling that, and then all of a sudden it's supposed to be a so-called one-on-one discussion with someone who takes the position of a few different aspects of understanding African spiritual systems as and I you know what and that's bad in itself. So I'm gonna say the traditions and the customs of Africans, the indigenous Africans. So I really think that the ball was dropped. I didn't watch the debate. I knew once the the um the pieces start to move a little bit different, and then we were getting closer to like having an opportunity to hear about where this was going to be at when, and we start making arrangements to make our way, to New York, try to book flights, do all of these things. um when that start going, when that start getting dimmer and dimmer, then that's when I kind of knew that the fix was in. So this was a character move. This was tainted. This was, oh my goodness, this was horrible, man. And I kind of haven't been able to say what I wanted to say in regards, because I wasn't a part of the actual debate or the research team or anything like that specifically. I had no part in that, but I was in the loop. I was in a loop of what necessarily was going on and what should have transpired. Even the conversation pre Chris Bouchard, when they found out what was going on and how the pieces was moving around, and then some other conversations that had been made. But it's interesting. We got a lot to learn. We got a lot to learn.
Mm. Got a lot to learn, her. So let's first look at it like this. In case y'all didn't know, I'm trying to find the mission statement of Chris Broussard and them in a church.
I got it.
You got the mission statement? What does the mission statement say?
All right, let me see. I had pulled it up. When you go to their King leadership page, you go to about, and then they got the mission statement. So when you click on that, it says to empower men to reach our God-given potential in every realm of life through the power and grace of the Lord Jesus Christ, to help us become the husbands, fathers, leaders, citizens, and role models God created us to be, to present to our families, communities, nation, and world an image of men as God-fearing, family-oriented, moral-loving, intelligent, responsible, and productive, to glorify the Most High by walking in true biblical manhood. That's the mission statement.
So, all right, we're not gonna knock a bunch of Black people who actually want to promote, try to help out Black people and all that. We're not mad about that. All right. I think what is very interesting is that based off that mission statement, their mission statement is based in Christ. There's some other important things that's in the mission statement, you know what I'm saying, that I would agree with. You know what I'm saying? Like go back to the mission statement, and then we're gonna get in what they believe, the statement of faith. Let's go back to the mission statement again. Hold on. All right. Wait till my computer moves slow. All right. So if you come right here, which one? To empower men? Is that what you was reading? Sheffer, I got you. Fulfilling the mission of the King to improve the quality of life of individuals. So anybody on this panel disagree with the improvement of quality of life for individuals? Y'all disagree to that?
No, I sound good.
How about families, communities, and nations?
We would all.
I'm with that, right?
Yeah.
Okay. In other words, the growth and successes of King will benefit society tremendously. All right. Okay. Now watch this. By promoting biblical manhood. Okay, well, what the hell is biblical manhood? Now we starting to get into the crust of it. So when you talk about biblical manhood, you're really talking about Hebrew culture. Can we agree to that? Or am I just making this up? Is that the manhood as told by the Hebrews? Right or wrong? Am I wrong?
Literature. Yeah, you're right.
What you think, Sean?
I agree.
You know, you was gone somewhere else. Where was you at?
No. I'm right here. I was looking for my headset, but I totally agree with what you just read.
No.
What you said.
Okay, by promoting biblical manhood and helping men become husbands and fathers God created us to be. Okay. I don't know what exactly, maybe based off the Bible narrative, right? I think just based off your culture, teach you how to be a husband and a father, right? But okay. All right, we will reduce the rates of divorce. Don't believe that. That's not gonna happen. Y'all see that, right? If you was to pull up a study on divorces in the Christian church, it'd be just as high as anywhere else. Okay. Fatherlessness. All right, child abuse, domestic violence. You know what? That's a hell of a fight right there. And I wish them luck on that. And I don't mind helping them out in that right there. Okay. And helping men become leaders. Yep. Citizens, right? Role models. God created us to be. All right. I don't know if God created to be that, but you know, that's based off your perspective. But you know, role models and citizens. And with that, we will reduce society levels of crime. Only way you can reduce the crime rate is to put more money in people's pockets where you ain't got to commit crime. You know how they say money is the root of all evil? Nah, man, being broke is the root of all evil. When you broke, yo, you end up doing all kinds of stuff. All right. Racism, empathy, injustice. All right. Yeah, we know how to deal with the racism and injustice. right? You know, if you give the true story and true historical account of how we got here and why we got here and what we be doing before we got here, man, that'll help curb a lot of racism because first of all, it'll put you straight on point, but you gotta have the truth. Equality while raising the level of mentorships. All right. Volunteer. Hold on one second. I wonder what Sarnetta wants. I'm gonna mute my phone. I'll say something real quick, Sean.
All right, so um, I remember the first time that Sonetta actually ran into Chris Bouchard on 125th Street, and so I was shocked to find out that the brother Chris Bouchard knew who he was or something like that, right? So they had an interaction and they were building on 125th. Chris professed to be a Christian, said he liked what the brother Sonetta was doing, trying to educate the masses and so forth, but he just didn't believe in some of the things that Sa was had educated on the show or whatnot. So they continued to build or whatnot, and I think that's when Sa, um, I think it was the second time Sa proposed a conversation or potential debate with the Kings. So I think Chris was all for that. Sa and Chris would have further conversations, which will lead to more discussions behind the scenes. I think the discussions behind the scenes were a proponent of engaging up to this particular point where Sonetta would assemble uh, Brother Garfield, Unc, and Jabari to face three to have this panelistic discussion with three people on with Chris Bouchard. One of them being somebody who claimed to have followed uh, was a practitioner of Ifa. Come to find out, it was more so Regla del Ocha and some of the which is not an indigenous African practice. However, it was one of the synchronisms of Ifa coming across the waters. And I'm summoned. I'm I might be doing a poor job. I might be doing a real good job. However, um, and Unc and Sa and Garfield can correct me if I'm wrong. Even Chris, if he's watching. However, the brother, I watched one of the videos in a discussion where it was a brother, a sister, two sisters, and everything. They were talking about how they left the church and then they started practicing this regla de ocha, or what some people call leukemia. And they said they came back to the church because how people were talking about Jesus, how they dissed Jesus and all of these things. So we kind of knew based on research on that particular person, Brother Ben specifically, knew that this person was not synced into Africa, wasn't practicing an African system or traditions or cultures, and kind of knew that they were outside of the loop. However, to speed it all the way up, this discussion was supposed to take place. It was gaining traction. It was, quietly as kept. I believe they were having discussions and conversations about things that they wanted to discuss. Then the flim flam came about, and I was a big proponent um, to Garfield. Was like, I just don't trust. Oh boy, I kept saying that, and he didn't understand what I was saying. And I'm gonna say it with all due respect to the brother. For one, I was uncomfortable with how people present themselves, right? Like I really have a problem with how people present themselves. So I'm not gonna call myself something that I have not earned, or title, for one. And when you're dealing with ancient Kemet, there's some aspects of ancient Kemet that you really need to understand, like how important the scribes were to the culture and upkeeping the historic perspectives of ancient Kemet. There were scribes for everything. This is why it's so well documented. And in order to be a scribe, you had to go through these systems, or someone in your family, would teach you what you needed to know. More than likely, it was your father who was also a scribe, You would go through these systems for a certain period of time. It's not 40 years like people had hypothesized in the conscious community. You know, you would go through school, how you would go through school, and you would develop and you would practice and you would work on trying to become a scribe. Now, there's different type of writing scripts, and this is where it comes in at. There's, you know, with these different type of writing scripts, right? There was what you would call cursive uh sesh. You know, like if you've seen images of the book of the dead, right? That would be considered what cursive, right? If you're looking on the walls, you know, that would just be the old sesh. What I'm saying is, when people were writing in that time, they also were writing in a priestly manner. Now, in order to be a priest in ancient Kemet, one would have to know the language, not only know the language, but also the writing script, because there was a script specifically for them. Now, I don't like to say the word priest because it brings me into this Catholicism type of a mindset. However, but you know, if we use in English, we got to rock with what we got to rock with.
Mm-hmm.
But that was one of my biggest issues right there, is not really knowing the script in its entirety. It's doesn't take away from the aspects of the brother knowing history. I'm just saying, just calling yourself a priest and not knowing the script was a red flag for me, especially knowing and seeing who my
Test.
teachers are, and how well versed they were in the script. Like if you pull a text out, they breaking the text down, you know, at the snap of a finger, and they were teaching, you know, the habits of the Remich. And you really don't know the culture unless you know the language. And that's one of Saber Hujawa's biggest proponents. He's always said that, um, you know, that language is the DNA of culture. So if you don't know the language, how can you propose to be something that, you know, that just isn't real? You know what I mean? Calling yourself a priest.
So,
Now, go ahead. Go ahead.
so okay, so back to it. So okay, so the mission statement, productivity, volunteerism, and all that. I'm with that, and I'm saying the point I want to make is that's a powerful mission right there. But you could reach that mission just being by being dedicated to wanting to make more of us volunteer towards common causes. You know what I'm saying? Like the European is actually, they mastered the art of that philanthropy. You know what I'm saying? They mastered the art of volunteering. They volunteer all the time. So we can be dedicated to that and still wouldn't have to be Christians. That's the point I want to make. All these things that they're talking about, the mission statement, you can actually fulfill that mission without being no particular religion. I want to make that point. Now, here's where I have a problem with, Sean, right here. Right? I got a problem with what they believe. Right? Did you pull it up? You ain't pull it up, did you? Where's Sheffrin at? He gone. Where you at, Sean?
Nah, Sheffrin should be here. He might have stepped away real quick, but he had the mission statement up.
All right. So what they believe. Let's see what they believe, which is interesting. It says the Bible is the inspired, infallible, inherent word of God, right? We believe it is the final and ultimate authority for what followers to what followers of the Lord Jesus Christ believe and practice. So let's get right here. Can you look up the word inherent for me? Inerrant. Inherent. What you come up with, yo?
It means incapable of. If I'm correct, hold on, let me see. Incapable of being wrong. They
Okay.
believe in an inherent scripture.
So it can't be wrong, correct?
Right. You wanna know more? Let me drop this for the chat too. That's called biblical inherency.
Let's read up on it. And this is where they're gonna get beat up at all the way. Their beliefs gonna cost them. Mr. Chris Bouchard and your mighty men that follow. Mr. Bantoon. Who else was it?
Yeah, this the Bantu dude is the funny guy.
No, the Bantu guy, the one debated Jabari and beat the brakes
Yeah,
off of.
yeah. That's who I'm calling the funny guy.
Who else?
I don't know the other brother's name.
The
I just remember the
moderator. Who's the
Bantu.
moderator?
Yeah, but he's just another one of them. He was originally on the panel. Which makes this a one-sided conversation.
Mason. Something Mason. Is his name Mason? Sorry, brothers, for not having your names down. Remember, y'all never was on my radar, yo. Remember that. Now y'all on my radar. Now I gotta remember y'all names. I don't want to be disrespectful. Let me go back to this. I'm gonna get you. Hold on, I get his name. I think the brother's a doctor too. I know Dr. Bantoon. I want to get your title correct. I don't never want to do that. I mean, you earned that, you earned that. Hold on. Go ahead. I thought you was gonna read Christian Inheritance or something. What you say you was gonna read, Sean?
Yeah, man. I'm gonna go ahead. I'm ready for it. Let me know when you're ready.
Go ahead. I was waiting on you.
Oh, okay. I thought you was gonna get some more out.
No,
So
I'm trying to find a daggone flyer.
Okay.
With his name on it.
You need the flyer? I got the. Hold on. I can get the flyer too.
Get this flyer and read the brother's name. I don't want to.
Biblical inerrancy. But first, before I read that, let me go get this flyer. Oh, let me see. Let me get this here. Let me back out of this. Let me scroll down a little bit. Boom. Hold on, it's pulling up. Where I can go get it.
Get all the names right.
Yeah, because I had erased it out of my phone after I laughed for about 45 minutes. Couldn't believe this. Well, I could, but right. That was y'all brother, man.
Who, Jabari?
Yeah, it was your brother, man.
Every readers, I'm gonna get into what Jabari had committed to do and what he ended up doing. I'm gonna get into that so the people can know that. I'm not one that can hold back my words, and I don't like to run around with stuff on my heart. So I just gotta tell it like it is. I just gotta tell the truth. When it comes for people to shoot at me, they definitely shoot at me and they don't hold back. So I can't hold back. And I'm not gonna hold back. I shouldn't have to. Shouldn't have to, you know. I've always felt like that. If you stand for something, you're gonna stand for something or fall for something. How they say, stand for something or fall for every daggone thing, right? And y'all notice I'm not cussing because I do not want to give them no reason why, you know what I'm saying, or why they would want to back down from it. They've already backed down, right? By acting like they was debating the conscious community, by debating Jabari. No, you actually debated the spooked outside of the conscious community. That's what they really debated. They didn't debate the scholarly side of the house. So they played a little game, right? They wanted to go ahead and catch Seti. They wanted to go ahead and catch Star Raw Stupid Seti. And they wanted to catch young Buzz Lightyear. They wanted to get him, right? And they wanted the Lord Jabari.
All right, so let me give it to you.
They knew they could get him. But yeah. Go ahead.
So you got Chris Bashard. You got Dr. Vince Bantu, which we mentioned. And then we got Dr. Eric Mason. Those were the three. And then you had Bro Jabari.
Yeah.
And for anyone that don't believe us, I'm gonna put this in the chat for you. If you want to,
I'm for apologize.
Yeah, let me where you want me to send this to?
Master?
I'm gonna put this in your Facebook.
Peace, y'all good?
Yeah. Read the names again. We good. How you doing, Doc Mayat?
All right. Chris Bashard, Eric Mason, and Dr. Vince Bantu.
All right. What's going on, Doc? How you feeling?
Hey, I'm feeling okay. Just wanted to tune in. I saw the title. I just left Morgan like 10 minutes ago. We had our little pep rally tonight, and I saw you sent the link. So I just wanted to call in and support the conversation. You already know, Brother Uncle Cat, I totally concur with your viewpoint on this situation. So I just wanted to call and just vocalize that. And I'm going to fall back and listen to what the brothers have to say.
All right. I see you, Vance. What's good? Pseudo Killer on deck. What's up with you, man?
Peace to the panel. I'm eating right now, but
all right, go ahead.
I know you said you was gonna go live tonight, so I had to tap in and see what you was on.
All right.
Like peace to Dr. Maya, peace to Nahisi, peace to Khalid, peace Sean. But I agree with everything Dr. Maya said. If you whatever you say, I'm with you. So I'll leave it at that right now.
So all right, read them names one more time. We got Bantoon, Dr. Bantoon. Am I correct, Sean?
Yes, we got brother let's say it right, Eric Mason, Dr. Eric Mason.
Doctor, yeah, get his title right.
Dr. Vince Bantu.
Uh-huh.
And our dear brother, the great sports announcer, Chris Brashad.
Chris Brashad.
Yep.
So, okay, that was the team. It was a couple other one. Mason.
Brashad.
No, it's another guy named Mason something.
Oh. Yeah, Eric Mason. He's the founder and pastor of Epiphany Fellowship Church.
Okay.
Brashad is the founding president of the King Movement, KING. And Dr. Vince Bantu is the Dean Meckham Theological Ceremony.
All right. So, okay. So Jabari was asphyxiated with their titles and he just had to debate them. So let me tell y'all what was really going on. Before hold on, I need to get this out right here on what they believe. So where we at, dude? We didn't read the inherent word of God. Did we read that yet?
Nah.
Read that real quick, and then we'll get it infallible. You know what I mean? This is where they fall on their sword. Something they can't validate or prove. None of them we just mentioned. They can't back that.
Okay.
And come in truth.
Biblical inherency.
Is
the belief that the Bible is without error or fault in all its teachings, or at least that scripture in the original manuscripts does not affirm anything that is contrary to fact. Some equate inherency with biblical infallibility. Others do not. The belief is of a particular significance within parts of evangelism, however you say the word, where it is formulated in the Chicago Statement of Biblical Inherency. You want me to keep reading?
Nope, that's enough right there. So, that's enough. They done. Like, they done with that. Like, there's no way around that. Like, get out of here with that. Like, I don't know how y'all thought y'all was going to walk up in any room I was going to be in and actually pull that one off. You know what I'm saying? Like, we know the text is full of errors, full of mistakes. It's like any other text. Ain't nothing special about the text except for the Christians make it special. Ain't nothing divine about the text except for the Christians make it divine. And they have every right to make it divine, but it ain't no more divine than in the Egyptian text. The Egyptian texts are just as divine. You know what I'm saying? Divine is divine at the end of the day. Human beings make things divine. And I would never be in a room full of Christians and allow them to get out of there with that. You know what I'm saying? Because it's the arrogancy amongst the Christians, you know what I'm saying, that would lead you to believe that the biblical text is a divine text. It's only divine because the Hebrews say so. The Quran is only divine because the Muslims say so. All right? The human beings make things special and divine based off of their cultural awareness of who they are and where they at, right? They make things divine. The tree could be divine and sacred to a village. You know that, Sean. There's certain rivers. The Nile Valley becomes a sacred river because it brings nourishment and water to the community. You know what I'm saying? That's divine to me. I don't know what nourishment a book would bring to you. So if you was in an area and all you had was the Bible or a river, what would you go for first? What would be the most divine thing? It'd be the daggone river. You got food in the river. You got water with the river. You know what I'm saying? Protection in the river. Everything's in the river. The Bible is simply a book, right? But I understand that them brothers, you know what I'm saying, make the Bible, what they make it. I get that. But we ain't going to be in the room sitting there together and you get that one off. So they fell right there. Like, you done with that. Yeah, we can get that clearly understood in that statement. The next word, infallible. What does that word mean, Sean? You got it?
Yeah,
infallible. Let's see.
Let me go back to my I went up.
Infallible, huh?
Infallible. Is your good definition of infallible? Hey man. Hey, can you see the screen?
No, I was trying to send.
Infallible is incapable of making a mistake or being wrong.
So we see what the Europeans set out on during the doctrine of discovery. We see that. We see what they set out on. It's clear. We see exactly what they set out on. All right? They set out on that. They set out with thinking they had the infallible inherited word of God. That it couldn't be nothing wrong with it, and they was right in their mission of what they was doing because they felt like they had the superpower. This is the arrogancy that the Christians wield, but they play these games. Now, let me show you the game they played. So, Brother Jabari, now, Dr. Mayat, am I right or wrong? Did we all decide to have a group debate? Yes or no? I just want to, so people don't think I'm just making it up in line. Is that the truth or not, Doc?
That's the absolute truth. It was supposed to be a group debate. Absolutely.
Group debate. With who was supposed to be in that group debate, Doc? So I'm just not, I'm the bad guy because I don't believe I'm the bad guy. Who was supposed to be in that debate?
It was supposed to be you, a star, Brother Garfield, Jabari, and myself.
Now, who set this up? Who was the main participant in getting it together? What's that guy's name?
It was you and Sinetta. You guys were coordinating it. You know, Sinetta was involved, and you were spearheading the team because you fought to basically bring the team with you. You fought to have the squad involved in it, and you said you weren't going to do it unless the squad was involved. And so it was kind of you and Sinetta coordinating this thing.
Right. Okay. So Sinetta was the spearhead because he had to connect with Chris Broussard. In some kind of way, they got in contact. Right. And they wanted to debate, but they wanted to debate people like the young pseudo, Sarah Stupicetti. You know what I'm saying? They wanted to deal with that. You feeling me? And I think they might have wanted to get at Jabari a little bit because they didn't know us. Now, Doc, when we sent out bios, what did I say was going to happen, Doc? What did I say? I say, Doc, don't send it. What did I say was going to happen?
You said they're going to back out. You said they're going to run. And I thought you were joking when you said that. I thought you were just kidding around. And you said, nope. And you said, I'm telling you, we're going to send out bios over there. And you said, when we send out bios, they're going to back out of it. And sure enough, after we sent out bios, was it that night, Uncle Cat, or the day after? I don't know if it was that day or the day after you sent the bios, you got a message. Remember, I'm trying to jog my memory. Hold on. I'm trying to multitask too, and I'm a horrible multitasker. But I do remember when you sent over our bios after that, they were going back and forth. They tried to change the debate questions on us a couple of times. Remember that?
I remember that. And Chris, I'm not lying because I said it there. And Chris, you kind of tried to play me a little bit. Remember we was on the phone? I say, come on, Chris, man. So Chris don't be 100% accurately honest with his thing, right? Because they had promised us that, first of all, they tried to set the deck. Remember that, Doc? They wanted all the questions. I was like, nah. Can we at least get one daggone question? Let me get this straight. So they called us out, the conscious community out, right? I looked at the lineup they had. I said, Sarnetta, they not the average group of Christian guys. This is the job for the Raw squad. Well, nah, I want Jabari. That's the first thing he said, Jabari. He said, Jabari got to be there. And I'm telling the truth, right? Jabari got to be there. And he said, and Jabari was like, yeah, and we need Dr. Mayat. That's exactly what it was. I say, shit, okay, of course we need Dr. Mayat, but I'll be damned if I'm going to any debate without a Saw Hotep. Did I not say that, Doc? I'm not doing it.
You sure
I
did.
need Saw Hotep there because he knows the language. He can read the meta lecture, right? And I said, I'm not stepping foot on that stage without Garfield because this is what he do. Remember now? Remember that?
Yep.
This is what he do. Okay, so we pondered around and we got it together and I fought like I always fight. Now, fast forward to Christian, and once they got the bios, I could smell it in the water, right? So it all calmed down for a while, right? We supposed to be getting ready. I think the debate was supposed to be maybe in November, early November, or March or something like that. You know what I mean? I know Kristen was going through the NBA finals. You know what I'm saying?
It's
Because you know
supposed to be
he go to
November.
ESPN. Huh?
It's supposed to be November.
Okay, because I know Chris, you know, doing NBA finals, you know, he's a professional speaker. He, you know what I mean, that's what he do. He actually deals with sports, sports announcer, and he's good at what he damn do. But I say, Chris, you outmatched right now. Stick to that, because this is what we do. Yeah, right. What up? They always take me as Willie Lump Lump. I'm the guy that wear the hat to the side. I'm the dumb guy of the group. Y'all know how that go. So okay, waiting around, trying to figure out what's going on. Right? Things kind of simmer down a little bit. But, you know, as a team, we in the background saying, okay, we trying to get our notes together. And I'm going to get to that point where me and Jabari fell out. I'm going to get to that point, right? But let me get back to them. Next thing we know, right? Preparing for this debate, trying to get ready for it, trying to get the money aspect right. They didn't want to charge. We felt like for an event like that some money needs to be charged, right? Because Doc is an important person, her family. She can't be traveling out spending her money like that. You know how the Christians be having their shit super organized like that. Like they got a church that pay tithes every day on Sunday. So for the life of me, I don't understand why they would be mad, right? If we charge some money, right? So we shouldn't have to take money from our family just to beat them up, because that's what's going to happen. Anyway, we couldn't quite get that together. Chris, like, okay, we're going to get back. We're going to figure it out. I think they might have came with a ticket price of maybe $10, something like that. But they never really, you know what I'm saying? They never really came to a solid on what they wanted to do with that. But we was kind of like this, right? Next thing I know, y'all, Chris sends me a damn flyer. And guess who was on the flyer? Jabari and Bantoon, and the flyer you just seen right there. Read them names again. Read them names again, Sean. In the chat.
All right, here you go, man. The names is Eric Mason, Dr. Eric Mason, Dr. Vince Bantu, and Chris Bouchard, and Jabari Osei.
What the hell happened to everybody else? Like, when was we gonna get that memo, y'all? It happened just like that, right? Listen, Chris got everybody's number, right? He texts us when he wanted to text us. We didn't find out till we seen the flyer. Y'all come? What you mean, y'all coming? Y'all coming? I thought we was in the debate. Nah, we couldn't work it out. Couldn't work what out with Sarnetta. What do you mean? Well, I know Jabari not on board. Jabari texts us in the back group, right? Yeah, I'm doing a debate. Jabari, you doing a debate? Jabari wasn't even man enough. Listen, this Egyptian priest who's supposed to have character. Look, bro, if you're gonna rob me, yo, pull a joint out right in my face and just rob me, man. Don't sneak around a corner and send somebody else. Why don't you do it? He robbed the debate right from underneath of us and wasn't man enough to say it. He wasn't man enough as an Egyptian priest to say, look, man, really couldn't get that together like we wanted to. So I think I just want to do a debate with one of them. Man, when okay, at least you came to me like a man. I'm not a hater, I'm a participator. That would have been all right. I'm like, all right, we catch him the next round. I know they running though, but we catch him. He wasn't even man enough to do that. He snaked us right behind our back, popped up on a flight. Now he's supposed to be debating, then gonna cry like he always do, acting like, man, I supposed to debate. Let me debate this time. What are you talking about, Jabari?
Hey,
what?
You forgetting something.
Probably am, because I'm just so mad at this point.
Yeah, well, before all of that, the conversation between you and Jabari in that chat.
I'm gonna get that. Hold on. I'm moving to that. I'm moving to that. And we got video footage of it. See, y'all can go back to the show real quick. To the Sarnetta was me, Dr. Mayat, Sarnetta, and Jabari. I'm gonna go back to that. The point I'm making is one item to being an Egyptian priest, y'all, would have to be high character. That's for being anything remotely close to what y'all think God is. You would have to have high character. Specifically, if you're talking about African spirituality, like that's a mainstay, like having high character. I'm not saying they always reach that pendulum, but I'm saying that high character, like Jabari comes off as a high character person
I come off as some nut criminal, always howling and screaming. I know how it works. But see, that's my fade game. I like that. I like that. I like for you to think that way. But think about it. High character, soft-spoken guy. You know what I'm saying? Always evenly yoked. Very pious type. That's how I come off. But I always seen through that because I'm from Baltimore, Maryland, and I was surrounded by the wolves and the snakes, and I'd seen that game somewhere before. So I never trusted Jabari with that. And let me tell y'all why I never trusted Jabari. Let me tell you what really made me understand. Oh, yeah, and shout out to Shabazz. I'm going to get to you next, Elder Shabazz. I'm going to get to you, Shabazz. But back to Jabari. Let me tell you why I always felt like this routine of being pious was a bunch of crap. Y'all notice I'm not cussing? Because I don't want no excuses for Christendom to run. Okay? I'm in complete control of who I am and what I'm saying right now. I'm simply giving you the facts on how they went. So we was on the Sarnetta show. Me, Doc, and him. And Jabari makes a ridiculous statement about Jesus Christ was black or Jesus Christ was African. What was the statement, Doc? Seriously, what was the statement? Did he say he was what did he say?
He said that Jesus Christ was African. And then he's called him a mystical character, in the same breath. So first he said, that Jesus Christ is a mystical character. And then he turned around and said Jesus Christ was African. That was the statement, Aunt.
Okay, and I responded, no, that's not true, Jabari, what you talking about? You responded, no, that's not true, what you talking about? And he made it, watch this, y'all. He made it seem like we was attacking him.
He sure did.
Wait a minute. Wait. For the Christian pastors that don't know who we are, y'all need to know. First of all, we gonna step up and make statements. If we feel like you're wrong, no matter where you at, you can be my best friend or my mother. Mom, you're wrong. Jesus didn't walk on water. I'm gonna say it. So to tell that brother that Jesus wasn't African, either source up or shut up at that point. But it wasn't attacking him. We was attacking the information. So we get a phone call the next day, and he made it seem as if we was attacking him. It was me, Garfield, Doc down on the phone. This brother said we attacked him. Last time I checked, I have never seen Dr. Oyama attack anybody. Now, I've attacked a lot of people head on because I ain't got time for playing. And sometimes my words be a little harsh, but so what? So, Doc, do you remember that conversation when he act like we attacked him because of that saying Jesus Christ wasn't an African? You remember that?
I absolutely remember him saying that we attacked him. And even on the telephone, do you remember? I told him, I said, look, brother Jabari, it wasn't my intention. I wasn't trying to make you feel, any type of way by disagreeing with you. But that's all it was, we disagreed with your information. It wasn't an attack. It wasn't an attack at all. And like you said, brother, we from Baltimore, Maryland. So we know what an attack is. And so we certainly didn't attack brother Jabari. And I even went as far as apologizing to him on the telephone. I said, if you felt attacked, even though I know we didn't attack you, but simply because you felt attacked, I said, I apologize. Do you remember that, brother?
I remember that.
Mm-hmm. But he held on to it, obviously.
Okay, so hold on now. So then you remember the name he called me when I wasn't going for it? I'm letting y'all know that's when I actually smelt the rat. That's when I actually smelt the snake, because I'm not crazy. I'm saying, why is this brother making it seem like we're attacking him? We're not attacking him. We're simply disagreeing with his information. I smell a little cult leadership there. See, that's cult leadership. This is what happens in a cult, ladies and gentlemen. When one person is in control of the information and their word is born, and you can say nothing against their word. That's the cult leadership. That's the cult attitude he had. Like, how dare them question the fact that I said Jesus Christ is African? How dare them question that? That's the kind of arrogancy I could smell. So then we continued on the conversation. I was like, come on, nobody attacked you. And then he called me, what did he call me, Doc? Out of my name?
He called you slow. He said, what are you? He said, you slow? Are you slow? That's what he said. Yep.
Think now, this dude, right, who before this point, I kind of liked Jabari a little bit. I always knew he was a little too pious and a little too nice, and I could always see his fangs. I could always see him. It was just little things. These are things I could always see that kept me alive in Baltimore, Maryland. It's just the way he moved a little bit was a little bit too smooth, just a little bit. Like I could see it. I could see his game coming through. See, the way I analyze people is I analyze the game they kicking. What kind of game they kicking, and what's the reason for that? You know, like he would always go tell Sinjetti on me. So if I say something, he'll run and tell Sinjetti, and Sinjetti come back to me. Well, you know, so he would use Sinjetti to kind of calm me down on him, because a lot of the stuff he be saying be damn pseudo at times. But you know, we kind of kept it a little bit easy. You know what I'm saying? We kept it a little bit easy, but I was always on Jabari with that nonsense he be trying to run to the people. I was always on him, but you know, I kept the peace because we had mutual friends. Well, at this point, I'm not worried about none of that because I've had it up to here. And the move he made against us was so absurd and snake-ish that if the other people on this side that I know think that I'm wrong for saying what I said the way I said, then I ain't got to deal with them no more because I know what it is. See, I know what it is. So he called me stupid or slow because I didn't understand how we was attacking him by going against his information. I said the nigga, let me strike that word nigga from the record. I don't want to chase Chris and them away. Let me say this. I knew he was a flim flam skim scam bim bam at that point when he called me out my name. Garfield gonna tell it. When I go on the show from a Sunday, he gonna tell it. He couldn't believe that Jabari said that. I knew. I said, see, I just wanted to see his real character come out. Y'all will be surprised at Jabari. His character came all the way out on that phone, and I got 2 witnesses to it. Jabari won't lie. Then again, he might lie. I don't want to call him a lie. I don't want to do that. I don't want to do that. He'll tell the truth about that, maybe. But the point is very serious right here, man. We had a debate. We was all together. It was Sarnetta's program. Sarnetta. Shout out to Sarnetta and Sarnetta TV. The only reason Sarnetta not bang on this because my main man, my elder, Shamaz, called him and said, don't bang on Jabari. It's going to split the community up like Seti and him. Wait a minute, Shamaz. You backed young Pharaoh. You backed that nonsense, bro. I remember that. And I think it was on a video when I was talking about evolution and James Smalls, Shamaj, all was on there, and he said something about backing young Pharaoh. Don't break the community up. Guess what, y'all? I'm not breaking the community up, nothing. I'm simply saying what really happened. I'm simply saying there was supposed to be a debate, right, against some doctors, and Jabari took it upon himself to allow a group of Christians to convince him that somehow he could just debate him and forget about us and not tell us. When the hell they do that at, y'all? Mr. Pius Jabari actually did that. And I've been holding on my chest for a while, and I'm just getting out tonight. Now, you best probably just ignore me, Jabari. Act like I never said none of this, because you know what you did. Now, whether you won or lost that debate, I heard you lost that debate. Did I see it? Nope. But I had some very credible sources in the building. He said he lost that, but I already knew he was going to lose that. So let's get to the real issue here.
Oh, I have a question.
Why would Jabari tell Chris Bashard and them that we didn't like him? What do you mean? See, I'm a Raw Squad, Mossy Clan Warriors, MBK. Y'all already know what it is. Like with Raw Squad, like we having a debate, everything is on the table. So before you get up in front of a crowd and the Raw Squad is there and we participating and you say something stupid, we not having that. We need to see everything you're going to present. Oh, Mr. Lord Jabari didn't want that though. Jabari would not allow us to critique his information, y'all. Like, who in the hell is Jabari? Like, this is a debate, right? It's a team debate, right? And so whatever I present, I got to put it out on the table so y'all critique it and tear it down. Whatever Saw present, got to put it on the table so you can tear it down. Whatever Dr. Oyat Mayat put out there, we got to tear it down. Dr. Mayat know the damn drill. We beat each other up. So little Jabari act like he couldn't handle that. He gonna put some crazy information about some Egyptian walls having Christianity. I was like, Jabari, I just want the source, bro. And he wouldn't give me the source. He made it seem as if I was just picking on him, yo. Based off of that, he run back and tell Chris, well, they didn't really like me. It never was a time where I didn't necessarily not like Jabari. I just didn't like the fact that, one, he was spooked out. Two, I seen him to be a little phony. I could just see it. But I couldn't convince nobody around me. I couldn't convince y'all. I seen it, though. So every now and then I swing at him. Y'all know that. And I admit that. Like you, everybody know he supports the All Max being African. Everybody know that. I ain't beat him up on that yet. The Native and Aboriginal community can get his book, and he supports that. But I ain't blast out on Jabari. Every now and then I swing on him. Some people will come and say, you know, Unc swung on you. Okay, that's because I seen you was a little phony. Chris, you can say what you want to say, Chris. That was corny on Jabari's behalf to leave all his friends out. Or let me see. Sarnetta is certainly his friend. Sarnetta literally put him on the world stage. Doc Mayat is his friend. Garfield is definitely his friend. Asar, they brothers, they're his friend. I'm like a half friend. I ain't really his friend. No, I'm not his friend because I don't hang out with dudes like that. No, I'm not his friend. But I could always be cordial with him. Go ahead, Doc.
Hey, can I interject? Can I interject for a quick second?
Yes, you can.
Jabari's behavior surprised me because he boasts about attending Cornell University, which is a very prestigious PWI, and he prides himself in having a degree and also being a part of academia. But he wasn't displaying academic behavior because in academia we challenge information all the time. So when I was going through the process of obtaining, my doctorate, that was a part of the process. You go up, you present your information, and then you have a group of people who pick your information apart. And then you just got to dust yourself off and go back. And, it's intellectual sparring. That's what you do in academia. So, for him to feel like he was being attacked, it made me question. And I don't know, because I've never seen his degree. I've never looked into his background. So it just made me question, like, does he really have an advanced degree from Cornell University? And I don't know if you have that answer, Uncle Cat, or whether one of the brothers on the panel could answer that, but his behavior shocked me, when he couldn't withstand criticism on his information.
Yeah, it kind of shocked me. He kind of was coming with like the old-fashioned thing. You know what I'm saying? Like, y'all know that the conscious community, man, the Afrocentric community, like, all that scholarship wasn't necessarily together like it was supposed to be. It just wasn't on top shelf. You had to go back to the days of Diops and them, right? And you had to look at Dr. Ben's work, and you know what I'm saying? And they was fighting with the level. The rest of that stuff was garbage, right? I'm looking in the chat room. Let's see. What we got here? We got a person saying, let me see. Let me read this out. I think it's Michelle. I am Hotep. Hold on. Let me see. Let me read your comment out there, bro. You want to retype that comment again? Let me see something here. Michelle Hotep. Hold on. Just be careful. They say, I always hear the one trying to convince people of flaws and someone else's character has flaws. And yeah, bro, I got a lot of flaws in my character. I ain't never said, ain't nobody on this panel ain't never heard me say shit, my shit be flawed. You know what I'm saying? I ain't never said I had perfect goddamn character. Y'all ever heard me say that? Anybody? How about you, Doc? You ever heard me say that?
No, you ain't said nothing.
Doc, you ever heard me say that? That my character was perfect and flawless? You ever heard me say that?
Not at all. Not at all.
Matter of fact, it had to be some flaws in my character to even participate in the drug trade for so long in Baltimore, Maryland. So I ain't never said that. First of all, I ain't never said I was a priest. See, it's something special that comes with being a priest. You heard me say that. I said I was a real black atheist. That's what I said. As for lying to people, I don't gotta lie. You know what I'm saying? I'm big boy, so I'm gonna tell you what it is. I could be wrong, but I'm at least tell you what it is. Hey Doc, I ever lied to you and backstabbed you? Think about out of all the stuff we went through. Think about it. Has been moments where you could have questioned if I was lying out, and you get to the other side and say, "Damn, that nigga was telling the truth." How many times did that occur? She went off and left somewhere. Doc, where you at? I can't hear you.
I said, can you hear me now?
I say it again. I can't hear you. Turn it up. Go ahead.
I said, can you hear me now?
I can hear you now.
Yeah, I said, what was the question again? I think you said, have you lied? What was it?
Yeah, it's been situations where it could have looked like I was lying based off of the misconstrued facts and all that, and people faking us out. But at the end of the day, you found out what? That was what?
Telling the truth. You told the
I don't
truth.
gotta lie. I'm just gonna say it. You know what, Doc? I was wrong. I was just wrong. I said it. You see, I'm the guy that'll say something to another dude on the phone, and here go Tal say, yeah, I said that. Because I always make sure I would never say something about Dr. Mayat that I couldn't say to her face. I would never say nothing to Sean that I couldn't say to his face. I would never say nothing to Vance. Good again, correct? That I couldn't say to him to his face. I would never say something to Master, right? That I couldn't say to his face. I learned that. You know what I'm saying? Don't say something that you can't say to a person's face. So if I was going to take the debate, I would simply call up Dr. Garfield and him. I say, look, man, these dudes call me up, right? They want me to do debate by myself, right? And I'm coming as a friend and asking y'all, you know what I'm saying? I might not take y'all opinion, but I'm asking y'all, is that I look, and I know everybody, and they didn't switch it up on us and all that, but you know what I'm saying? Maybe this would be an opportunity where I get them first and then we do it next. I'm going to come ask them first, man. I'm not going to do what Jabari did. And Jabari cannot deny that. It's just wrong, man. And by the way, they call yourself an Egyptian priest, right? And now being able to read and speak the language, right? Like an Egyptian priest would have been like an astrophysicist of the day. Or an Egyptian priest would have been like Dr. Mayat. You know what I'm saying? Like Dr. Mayat is an electrical engineer. You know what I'm saying? He's like engineers of the priest class. Think about that. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like Mary Patar. She's the chief physician. She's a priestess. See, you couldn't be like a Baptist preacher to say, yo, I got the Holy Ghost. And he started preaching. That's not how it was in Africa, y'all. You know what I'm saying? Like the priests were actually the engineers, the scientists. Did y'all know that? See, that's being the priest. So Jabari is really doing the ancestors and injustice when he played that fake game like he played that fake game. Fake game. Matter of fact, I would say he's building a cult. And as for you, Mr. Shamaz, let me tell you about yourself. You call something that and say don't split up the community, but why in the world didn't you call Jabari and say, Jabari, based off of character, that would be absolutely wrong for you to take that debate without calling your brothers first. That's what I expect out of the elder. Am I wrong, y'all? Am I just tripping? Tell me if I'm wrong, y'all.
Nah, you ain't tripping. You ain't tripping at all.
So I'm not trying to split no community. I'm simply saying, and the game film is coming out. The game film is coming out on that debate. You know what I'm saying? So I'm going to hold my judgment. I heard he got beat up, though. But I'm going to wait till I see the debate to see what it is, right? So for the record, right, and I'm going to shut up and let everybody else get in. For the record, though, right, y'all didn't debate the scholarly conscious community. Y'all debate the spooked out community. As a matter of fact, what you say, Sheffrin? Hell, he believed like they believe. You know what I'm saying? Like he believed in God the way they believe in God. So I don't know what the hell they get all over. The Christian got just as much value as saying that Jesus Christ is God as an Egyptian stated the stars are God. Is it just me? Am I tripping?
Unc.
Yep.
Okay, so I got a question. I've been wanting to ask you, but my phone was tripping because my brother called.
Wait.
So, is it true, based on a conversation that was had with brother Chris Broussard, that Jabari wanted to argue that from his perspective that Christianity is that of the Remech. When I say the Remech for the audience, I'm saying Egyptians, if you want to use the English translation. So that he wanted to argue that all of this was Christianity before Christianity.
I don't know, but yeah, that's the game we try to play. That's so far from the truth, man.
Because earlier you had said that he said that it was Christianity. Well, he said aspects of Christianity could be found on the walls in Kemet or something like that.
Yeah.
He said it was written on the walls way before then. So he was having a Gerald Massey moment.
Yeah.
This comes with not knowing the language. This comes with not studying the script. And even if you study the script and you're just a student and you're learning, it is so much more to learn. It's a process. You don't just get it and then it's aha. It's years of dedication. I'm still trying to learn everything. And Jah will test us. You know what I mean? And when we rusty and we show it. But we're willing to show you what we know, and even if we make an error, correct that error and stand up to that error, because that's what you're supposed to do. So you're right. He was supposed to contact y'all. Y'all was not supposed to contact him. And then he like avoided y'all for a certain amount of days before he even responded.
It's bad. It's bad. Look, I think we got to clean it up some type of way. What happened, right? Because it's almost like, like if you look back, if the conscious community is going to be the community going forward, it's like Dr. Ben and them. I never remember a preacher or the Christian community challenging Dr. Clark and them. Like I felt like they stayed in their lane. You know what I mean? With their religion, the fact that Chris Broussard and them feel like they can challenge the community is like it's some slippage. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. They feel like they got a foot in the. You know what I mean? Like, cause it was almost like we figured Christianity out far as Black people. We knew how we got it. We knew where it came from, right? So now they trying to reintroduce, you know what I mean, where Christianity came from. To like they trying to put that confusion back in our head. You know what I mean? Right. Like, so it gotta be cleared up. Right. You know what I mean? Like that definitely gotta be cleared up. Mm-hmm. I mean, I like Jabari, man. I don't know why that's a blow, man.
I'd have another question.
Hold on, Hutch in the chat room. Dutch, what's his name? Hutch,
man, forget Hutch. Forget him.
I got you though, Hutch. I got you on the polite thing. I got you on the say thing. I got you, bro. I don't cut no cards. I got you. I ain't running. I don't run, Hutch. See? How about that? I don't do no running, bro. How about that? Now.
What? Was it true that the moment Garfield caught wind that Brother Sa called the dogs off Jabari and was like, I spoke to him. He ain't gonna take the debate.
Yep. He said that. Yep. He said that. Yep. Mm-hmm. And then he went back and took the debate. Let me read Hutch. Hutch says, no, Unc only called out SETI when they had a fallout. Nah, bro, that's not what it was. It's It's not what it was. Like, said he was itching to get beat up. All the time. He would come on the Amaral Squad show and throw shots. I would literally have I had the scientific, you was there, Sean. Remember I had the scientific conference? Remember that?
Yeah, but no, hold on. Let's go back before that when you was in New York and you did the presentation in Sonata's house.
No, that was after the scientific conference. That's what I'm
trying to say. The conference was after that. You did that presentation first because he was interrupting your presentation and you told him he didn't want none of that. And then after that, the conference came and then he was still egging it on.
No, I'm saying the one in Atlanta, yo.
Okay, yeah, you're right. The one in Atlanta, you're right. The one in Atlanta, that's right. Yep.
So the
he
one
started
in Atlanta,
there.
So listen, we let Seti go last, right? You know what I mean? Let him go last. He started throwing shots at science. I was like, oh, so Mr. Hutch, Seti did that. You know what I'm saying? Like Seti did that. The really, when me and Seti became uncool is when he made me spend my damn money. You know what I'm saying? Go all the way to New York, spend hours of study time, cause people to cancel flights and trips and hotels and all that, and backed out the debate on some arrogant nonsense is when me and Seti fell out, bro. We fell out. As far as information, everybody cool. Like, me and Polite cool. We don't teach the same thing, but we cool. He ain't never took nothing from me. We cool. If you don't got enough sense to see who bullshitting you, whether it's me, Polite, Seti, Pharaoh, then you just be dumb as bricks. I don't know what to tell you. I think I've given people enough information. I think the squad, Dagger Squad, Shashu, Monty, Metanecha, Masi, I think we've given y'all enough methodology, right? As a matter of fact, I made it a point to make it so none of us could get on YouTube. None of us could do a lecture. None of us could stand in front of you and tell you something without you fact checking it the proper way. So if y'all ain't figured it out by now, then I don't know what to tell you. But as for you, Hutch, it's not that I say something about you when we fall out. No, I be saying it the whole time. Y'all just don't be listening. The whole time, y'all just don't be listening. And then it'll come to the head. So if you go back and look at the videos, I've been smacking up Seti. Like, get out of here, Seti, you tripping. Y'all, come on, Seti. So all that, y'all tripping. As for Jabari, come on, man. Jabari, man, he like a snake in the grass. He went, you know that song? They smile in your face all the time. They want to be backstabbers. Yeah, he did that. No matter what y'all say. So all them extra comments don't have nothing to do with nothing. He had a group of brothers and sisters dedicated to making sure the conscious community is protected against some Christians trying to act like the African spirituality is a bunch of crap, trying to act like that the information that we presenting ain't right and exact. Yeah, a lot of it is, okay? So they got a right to talk about that. But they know who we are. Y'all know who we are. Y'all know us, right? Y'all know what we do. So if they really want to get with the conscious community, they got to get with the vanguards of the conscious community. Okay? And I don't think Jabari liked it that. I think Jabari wanted the spotlight for himself. That's how I'm feeling. You know, so he can run his little cult he got going on a little bit there. Yeah, you got a little trimmings. I smell a little bit of cult there. Yeah, I'm going to get it all the way out. I'm going to get it all. I'm feeling like I'm kind of thinking a little cult is there. Definitely spooked out. It's definitely that. You spooked out. And you being in the leadership position, you have no character based off what you did to us. None at all. That's how I feel.
I think that leading up to this particular conversation, there was some correctedness that had been taking place prior to that would further separate. He would further separate himself from having to answer questions, meaning some of the pseudoisms that come out of some of the teachings of the people that he adhered to, or he had associated or aligned himself with. And when those things became to be in question, he would then go on the defense for those particular people and their teachings, wrongfully, because it was never attack on the people. It was only about correcting the misinformation and the misleading of the information that has been presented for so long in the community since our greatest minds have transitioned. And so I started to see the wavering there, because he would appear in places, especially on social media, that I've never seen him before, commenting about defending, for instance, what some, this yoga posturing as what some call comedic yoga. He was adamant in a conversation there. And then it would transition into other aspects where he was defending that there. A part of the cultural teachings that have been infused on a community that has no idea on how to research and verify if any of this information that these people have in books is legitimate or not, because it wasn't properly sourced. So, yeah, and I'm saying it. These people wrote books that were not properly sourced. It's a theme. It's like a hustle. So I would see this continuing to happen. And then if you lead up to before the conversation that y'all actually had before I'm going to Kemet and so on and so forth, I believe that he started taking a position dealing with, when you was talking about, the person standing on the corner slinging rocks, right? That scenario, that was some of the leeway or the headway that kind of went into this transition as well. So basically what I'm saying is I think the dude was trying to separate himself at that point to say, hey, I could just deal with these dudes on my own. I don't need Garfield, or I don't need Unc, because they're not trying to have the same argument that I'm trying to have based on the information that had been presented amongst you all, in that back chat, to say, hey, okay, so what you got? You know what I mean? So at the end of the day, y'all's information was more scientifically literate than what he could present. And that would separate the conversation that he really wanted to have. He really wanted to have the Gerald Massey conversation.
But how can you be a priest if you don't read the script?
I see you.
Good question.
That's a good question. You got something to say there, Master?
That's it, bro. That's it. How can you be a priest if you don't read the script?
I don't know. All right, let's see in the chat room. We got some people talking a little reckless. Y'all know how we do around here. You want to talk reckless? Don't talk reckless in the chat room. I mean, be about it. Come on in and talk it. Now, you want to protect Jabari and the snakeness. All right. Let me see you defend that in live and direct. Now, this is a non-cussing show. We ain't cussing tonight at all. We ain't being soft. There you go, Hutch. There you go. I know you ain't gonna get in here, Hutch. You always running. I can't even read your name. Let me see. You need to put your. Let me see. Hold on. What's his name right there, Sean? Ebibo? Ayin? No. What? What is that? What is that? Sean.
Yeah. That's a West African name right there. That's the
All
brother.
right, so
K.
okay, man. Bring your West African up in here. I put the chat in the thing. Come up in here with all that.
I don't think he defended Jabari though. He usually side with the squad. Let me see. What did he say?
I don't know what he's saying.
Nobody's
Maybe I'm reading it wrong. He's saying, like,
hey, he talking to Hutch.
Oh, all right. Hey, I am Hotep. Come on, man. Where you at? Let me see. So y'all mad y'all wasn't a part of the debate? Okay, yeah, laugh out loud. I'm just saying, y'all could have just talked to him on the phone. Guess what, man? Get out of here with that, man. I'm on the phone. It's called Zoom. Talk to him on the phone.
Oh, he beating up JJ. He beating up Jeremiah Judah. Yeah. Nah, don't even waste your time, bro. BBO, don't waste your time, Camp. Don't do it. It's a waste.
Yeah, Marcel talking though. I hear you, Marcel. You talking a little bit too much there for me, for my comfortability. Where you at? I'm gonna read your comment again. So y'all mad? Y'all wasn't part of it. Damn right I'm mad. Damn right. Because we wasn't represented properly. And I'm mad the way he did that. That's right, I'm mad. Of course. Man, if me and you sat down and broke bread and wrote up and put together a deal and you went behind my back and left me out, I'd be mad at you too. That ain't
Time
what
out,
men do.
Time out, Marcel. I told you this before, brother. I specifically told you this originally when Garfield started calling the old boy the African American Egyptian thing, and you was like, "What's the deal with that?" and blah blah blah. I told you. You was like, "So they mad because they went apart." Dude, this whole thing was orchestrated cohesively. Okay, so let me give you let me see if I can make this make sense because he's young in the mind. So your friend, your next door neighbor, you grew up with him for 20 years, you grew up with him, whatever. This dude, you and this dude are looking at this car, right? And you're like, yeah, I want to get that car, I want to get that car, I want to get that car. And then the dude knowing the whole time you want to get the car, he go up from under you and buy the car from up under you. How you gonna feel about that dude now knowing that he just bought the car that you wanted? It's similar to that. It's not on the same plane, but it's similar to that. What Unc is saying, Unc has a right to be frustrated with Jabari and Garfield and Sonetta because they also had a conversation on the phone. Like you said, they should have called him. They did. And what Jabari tell Sonetta, he said, I'm not gonna do the debate, Si, because I don't want nobody, I don't want y'all to feel like I'm trying to do this, that, and the third. He resold his story after they caught wind of him going on there, and they caught wind because Chris Bouchard let it be known. And I remember because Unc hit me up early that morning, was like, yo, guess what? We ain't having a debate. And I'm like, nah, Unc, you playing. He said, I kid you not. And then next thing you know, I seen Garfield. Garfield was like, here go the flyer. So I remember very vividly that whole day how it all transpired after you found out, Unc, and then Garfield throwing up the flyer. And then after that, it was a war zone. Marcel, you have not been paying attention. This thing is like, yo, they had a format. They were already breaking down information. They knew that they had to use proper methodology, research methodology to defend a position that they were willing to take for the community's sake against the brothers that were claiming that all of that is horse crap. Now, if it's one's job to bring our people out of Christianity, do you think that Jabari was supposed to do that by himself?
And who the hell is Jabari? First of all, this is what I don't like. I don't like people backstabbing my friends. All right, I don't like people backstabbing my friends. Who got stabbed first? Sonetta got stabbed first. Who is Sonetta to Jabari? Sonetta opens up his platform freely to Jabari. You wouldn't even know about Jabari without Sonetta. That's a fact. You wouldn't know about Jabari. All right, that's real. Okay? Routinely, he called him the Mayweather, promoting him, put the mouth on him, all that. All right? So for him, I can see him getting Unc. See, I expected him to do something like that to me. Understand that. I expected Jabari to do just what he did to me, so I wasn't tripping. I just felt like it wasn't going to happen. Chris and them was going to weasel their way out, and they figured out a way to go at the easy bait. See, they smart guys. They're thinkers. They're forward thinkers. They know. They played it real sweet. I like the way Chris and them did it. I can't be mad at the hustle. But Jabari, you ain't supposed to let them get you like that. Really, in the back room, they laughing at you, Jabari. Because they wouldn't have let us split them up like that. Understand that. I know how men do it. Right or wrong, master? Ain't that how men do it, bro?
Indeed it is, man. Keep it real.
Men, I'm saying real men of respect and honor know what happened. You know what I'm saying?
Stay 100. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
Yeah.
Seriously.
Word is bond and bond is life, man. Period.
Right. So for him to do Sarnetta like that, for him to do Dr. Mayat like that, like he was all, I want Dr. Mayat on the team. He was acting like it was a question on whether Dr. Mayat was going to be in this. We've been trying to get damn near Dr. Mayat in a reasonable debate. I was like, well, Doc, this is really your opportunity because now you got some other doctors. This is perfect for you. You ain't got to worry about the daggone shenanigans that she's been getting. You know, when it's time to debate.
Maybe he didn't want the doctor to outshine him because we already know that there ain't nobody in this whole community that can see the doctor.
She's nobody can see the doctor. That's
the greatest. I mean,
right.
From her presentation on Sarnetta when she did the breakdown on Sheikh Anna Diab's book, which she said she loved, but she had to correct what was incorrect. I mean, just from that breakdown, man, we already know, man, that the sister's serious, man. And man, don't nobody want to see her, man. You know what I'm saying? That's just plain and simple.
Right. So for him to sell her down the river, I was appalled and shocked. Jabari Garfield, that's his man. For him to sell him down the river, I was appalled and shocked. For me, yeah, I seen the bullets coming. I was already ducking. I knew you don't really like Unc because Unc ain't going for your nonsense. See, Unc ain't buying it. Unc ain't all smiles. Unc say, you know, I say what it is. So Jabari, you was all right. And like you had some, you was all right. You wrote a book, you cool. Yeah, I mean, and you know, you was all right. You all right, you know what I mean? But as far as that work, that homework, I know you don't really got it. So you from the old guard with the real, you know what I'm saying? You don't got the Raw Squad scholarship quality. You don't got that. That you don't got. And the reason I say you don't got it, because you couldn't stand up to the scrutiny. See, that's how you find out if you got that work. Hey, say, Master, when you came on here and you was talking about the physics, you know what I'm saying? And that, I was like, that nigga got it. He got it. And he don't mind being scrutinized.
At all. That's how you learn.
Jabari, you can't scrutinize him. That's why I say, don't get it confused. It's that cult flavor to him. You know what I'm saying, Jabari?
See,
and
I just probably still got a little bit of that Catholicism still in him. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So you know, you got Catholic priests, then you got Egyptian priests. You know what I'm saying? So
yeah,
when you call yourself a priest, you got to understand where that's coming from.
Yeah. Yeah. Hey, Sheffrin, you right though, Sheffrin. Like this is an opportunity for them to really show what Christianity really is. And you can't have a bunch of believers debating them. You need some non-believers. See, that's the real challenge for y'all, Chris. Prove to me that the Bible is the inherent word of God. In fact, prove that. Prove that. Prove that Christianity is the black man religion. Prove that. Prove it ain't the white man's religion or how about this? Non-African religion. Prove it. You can't. No matter what y'all say, no matter how much theology school y'all went to, y'all can't get around the fact that Christianity ain't a homegrown thing for African people, sub-Saharan African people. I ain't talking about after they cleared us out, chased us down south and all that, and you up in Morocco somewhere. Look when Christianity takes place. There ain't no African power in that area at 300 AD. You know what I'm saying? There ain't no African power over there. You got to go to Ghana. You know what I'm saying? You got to go to West Africa to find African power. You know what I'm saying? You got to go down south to find. But up in that area, come on, son. So no, y'all never was going to win that. Not against the real scholars. So if y'all really want to step up, right? Step up in class. Step up and wait. I suggest y'all step up and wait.
You got 2 attendees,
Yeah, I suggest they step up and wait because I'm on their heads. I'm definitely on their heads.
Total. Yeah. 1 phone call in, listener 2. I think that's Nahisi.
All right, more. All right, everybody in there. Let me see. I don't want to be moved.
Yeah, that's me, Nahisi.
Okay, yeah, there you go. Yeah, Nahisi was on the phone. Yeah, all right. I can hear you good too, Nahisi. You can speak, man. I know you've been trying to speak.
Yeah, go ahead, Nahisi.
Oh, no, I'm at work. I'm handling it all.
Make Unc the bad guy. I'm the bad guy. Hey, Clint, what's that? Cleat Camp? How you say that?
What's it say? Big Clee Dog or just Clee Camp?
I say IAN space.
In Clee Camp.
Oh, I got my name on there. Yeah, Ian.
Yeah.
Hey, BBO.
What's up?
What's
Talk
happening,
to him.
Unc? You hating, man? You bugging on me, man? What's up, man?
I ain't hating on you. What's
Take
up?
it easy, man. I'm just a young millennial, man. I'm here for y'all.
What's up? What you in the chat room? That's your name in the chat room?
BBO. Yeah.
Oh, I ain't hating on you. I probably shot the wrong person. So you know
Nah,
it
man,
is.
you good, Unc. You good, man. You know, I've been following y'all for like about a year or two, man. I just try to tag along, see what y'all got popping.
What's on your mind, yo?
Knowledge and information, man, for real.
What's on your mind?
Yo, nothing, man. I'm in there bugging on JJ 7000. All I'm asking them to do is Google African synchronisms. You know,
and that
look
point
one
is
of them
to
up.
what?
You know what I'm saying? Look one of them up. You acting like, you know what I'm saying, this Hebrew stuff is you, man. You from Africa, bro. Quit playing with me, dude. You know, tired of all that shit, man. Silly. Silly. And you know what's even worse?
What?
Is I tried not to take nothing personal, man, but I had this fine little thing I was talking to in Arizona. She was a Hebrew Israelite. And it was like as soon as she found out that I was like in Africa, it was all bad. I was drawing pyramids, I was drawing pharaohs, you know what I'm saying? I'm drawing all these people, and she like, I could see it in her face. She's like, oh shit. So I blame that on you, JJ 7000. Pseudo Hebrews. Sick, man.
Yeah, we call them the see-through Hebrews.
Yeah.
And the washed out Christians. They trying to make a comeback because they know that we starting to make headway. Now, what I do agree with them is a lot of misinformation circulating in the conscious community, though. But they thought they was gonna get that branch. Nah, man, y'all supposed to go for the best. That's what they supposed to go for.
Let me ask you something real quick.
Question.
So is it that the Hebrews came first before the Christians? Is that how Christianity started, from a Hebrew sect or something like that?
Yeah.
Something along the line. Okay.
Yeah.
Because I always thought, because I used to listen to Walter Williams, and I thought his chronology was Christianity, Islam, Judaism.
Yeah, man.
So you know what I'm saying? When I was looking at that, I'm like, okay, so it's Judaism, Israelites, all this old crazy shit.
How are you gonna support that with the documentation?
Hey, I don't, you know what I'm saying? So it just took doing more research. So sounded good, you know, when I first listened to it.
That's Walter, man. He be having fun, man.
Hey, man. Hey, look, man. I went to watch a video. Him and I don't know what his name is. Something Bay, Tariq, or excuse me, Taharka Bay. He's doing a video, and in the beginning, they was like, "Yeah, shout out to Dan Calloway, man." I turned the video off as soon as I heard it. They played me, man. They played me. I was like, "This ain't real, bro. This ain't real." So.
Yeah, man, that's how they doing it, yo. We gotta stick together, yo. We can't be stabbing each other in the back like Jabari did, yo. We gotta stick together. The information is too precious, yo. It's not enough of us.
How about the Abbo brother that was on Sonetta the other day, man? This dude said his DNA test said he was 70% African. He rejected totally.
Did he take it or did he not take it? Because he said he took it in 2011.
He said he was 70% African, and he said he rejected that.
Yeah, I mean, I heard that. You can reject it all you want. It don't, it don't mean nothing to us.
What was the rest of them?
I don't even
The rest
know,
of them is African.
The rest of them is African. That, man.
It was European.
The rest of them is African.
It was European.
Yeah.
The rest of them is African, except that one.
That's what he said.
Oh, man.
I don't believe it. I don't even believe he took one.
Right.
Yeah, I mean, but for him to come out and lie and say he did and say it was 70% African, then he making himself even more of a fool to even lie and say he rejected. You know what I'm saying? Like, if you was accused of a crime and they say your DNA exonerates you, you're not gonna reject that. So like, what the? I don't understand these dudes, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I'm not denying that it was black people or dark skinned people over here. I'm not denying that, man. The thing is, are we those dark skinned people? You know what I'm saying? And the only thing can let us know, you know what I'm saying, is genetic testing,
Yeah, there's a few things we know.
Man, you know what's
then
surprising?
they accept the science of craniology, but they reject the science of DNA. Like, all the cranium proves that, you know what I'm saying, these people are black people.
Sure.
So we accept the craniology, but we don't accept DNA. Like, I mean, these
Yeah, that's
dudes,
not true though. That's not true because we know evolution can produce something with the same type of craniology, the same color,
indeed,
and be genetically totally different. We know that.
indeed. I agree with that for sure. I'm just saying, like, they, you know, they accept anything that remotely is similar to what they believe in, and then anything that can outright disprove them, they reject it. You know what I'm saying? It's crazy, man. This is crazy, man. We man, we are in peril, man. This is crazy, man. Ain't nobody
Hey, but you know what though?
Earth going through what we going through, man. This identity crisis we have is ridiculous, man.
Yo, shout out to MBK. MBK did a video about brothers back in, I don't know, like 1800s that was dressing and writing themselves as Indian. You know what I mean? So it's not like this is really new. It really ain't new. But at the same time, it's just a trip. Like, they may not know about this, but they still doing this today. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's just crazy. It's this whole circle of just back and forth, picking everything else except Africa. Everything else, you got to be everything.
I'm not even denying it. I ain't took my DNA test. I might be.
Yeah, that's not, and that's not even. Yeah,
you
and it's
know,
not, but it's not even a big deal. Yo, if you was hella dark and you mostly Indian, it's all good. You know what I'm saying? But like, you know, just it's like Rob Bourne said. I like to go off and people because it's like Rob Bourne said the other day. Like, yeah, that's all cool, y'all Indian, but y'all trying to use the Olmecs. Y'all trying to say that all this other ancient shit that connects y'all. It's crazy. It's mad. You know, and then look at shit, man. And then you go to any one of these other channels that they come and they troll on. You know, you got all the knowledge in the world to go look behind what y'all present. They make it seem like we don't know about it or nobody know about it. Y'all don't know this great information. And it not only is it pseudo, but it's mythical. You know what I'm saying? It ain't even.
Hey, Unc, I got a question, bro.
What's the question?
Dude, like I can't comment to Sinetta. He been having me blocked since he was promoting Young Pharaoh, and I got in his butt about that. But this dude, for this dude to bring that dumbass lying piece of crap Bro Sanchez on his channel and uplift him like he was dropping bombs, man, like that is crazy. This dude brought up Mario Brothers characters and said they was Indians. I mean, dude, listen, man. I mean, what is going on now? Okay, Sinetta, I don't mind. Okay, bring him on, but don't promote him and big him up and for people to, because you got people that's gonna listen to him. So when you say, "Oh, he dropping fire," this brother is hot. He on fire. No, he's the dumbest person I've ever seen in my life. You know what I'm saying? But you can bring him on so people can see his stupidity. But dude, how you gonna big him up like he really dropping bombs, man? Bro Sanchez is the dumbest person I have ever. And I used to debate this fool, and he sit there and lied. Like I'd expose his lies right live on his own show, man. This dude is a lying, delusional lunatic. Like this dude, he act like he come from Shutter Island, man. Bro Sanchez is the dumbest person on this planet, dude. He dumber than Black Jesus. Him and Black Jesus are the two dumbest people I've ever seen in my life, man.
I heard him saying
Cheeto. No, Sarnetta, you know what you gotta know about Sarnetta, man. That's how he run his show. That's why whenever you see me on there, right? He always make me the bad guy. That's how we do it. I'm the bad guy, right? And he always give a person. So the even thing is 10-10. I'm gonna have 5. I'm gonna be operating from a 5. You know what I'm saying? It's all good. Based off of the skill set, I supposed to be able to fight with a 5 and let them fight with a 20. We scientific literacy.
But see,
it don't matter.
You got what they can't dispute, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like when you come with what you come with, they can't dispute it. So when I be watching you on there, I be wanting to scream so hard, like, bro, chill, just sit back and chill. Let them do that, man. Let them. And when you come, you gonna come with so much facts that they can't dispute it. They can reject it, but they can't dispute it. Now of course, Sarnetta can do what he want to do. That's his channel, and for him bringing people like Sanchez on, I'm cool with that. But dude, the bigging up, oh, he dropping bombs. Oh, he deep. This brother is deep, man. That dude is deep in stupidity.
He be being facetious, yo. You know Sarnetta be being facetious.
But you got some people that's not
Stop
gonna
getting
catch
good
that.
at.
You know,
You get
Sarnetta's a
good
chess
at it,
player.
yo.
I'm a chess player. But some people ain't gonna
Yo.
recollect with that. They gonna be like, oh,
Yo.
he deep. Well, let me go and check him out. You know what I'm saying?
But you know what? He fooling you right now. Like he said, Saw get good at that, yo.
I know
He
that.
good.
I'm
He
not
good at
talking
smiling
about
at
me.
people's
I'm talking
face.
about the
Yeah.
people. I'm talking
Yeah,
about the people that's
I
not
feel you.
picking up on that. Because it's gonna
Yeah.
be people that don't pick
Yeah.
up on that. And they gonna so I'm not saying he gotta diss him, but don't big him up and make him he deep and come on, man. That
You know
dude
what's funny? Sarnetta been doing that from day one, yo. If you go
He
all
has.
the way back, Days of Harlem, yo, think about it, yo. Some is old. I mean, go all the way back in the archives, right?
Yeah, he had.
Yeah, this shit's funny.
Yeah. But a dude like Sanchez, man, that dude brought up a Mario Brothers character and said he was an Indian with the red tie. Dude, I couldn't take it, man. I couldn't take it, man.
Yo, you made that up, yo. Khalid, you
Yo.
made that up, yo.
Yeah, man.
Yo, Sean's still in the building? Sean, you still in the
Where you at, Sean?
what's it called?
Priest is scribe. Priest or scribe.
I'm here. I'm right here. What's
You
good?
say priest or scribes, man.
Hey.
You ain't no scribe.
Hey, peace, man. You know I follow you on Facebook and everything, man. Man, I love
Yeah.
your
He a
information.
scribe. Gotta know this.
100. Yeah, here we go.
Appreciate it.
Yeah, I seen Caleb with that. I need to get mine too.
Sean,
Yo.
got a question. So I was listening to Garfield show the other day, and Reggie was on there. Real crazy.
Don't say.
I'm
No,
confused.
hey man, don't say it. He gonna lose his mind. He gonna lose his
No.
mind.
I just want to know what's the origin of the beef. Like, why was he so hostile? I was confused. I was a little shocked by that.
Okay,
Low
let me answer
self-esteem.
your question because I don't bring him up. Okay.
Right. No, this is
But
just I was just curious because
no. I'm gonna answer your question. Okay. I want to be clear when I answer your question. There is no beef. Oh yeah. Somebody got to mute. Okay. There is no beef with Brother Reggie. I'm gonna say this again. Whatever problems he has is his own problems with me. I think the thing that frustrates him is when you call him out on his disingenuous behavior on Baba TV, where he makes these videos and he's making these subliminal messages and he's trying to coach people who we call elders into siding with him in an argument that he can't stand on scholastically. So he's been facetious in his attempts to derail uh, the arguments that have been published by the Shenshu Heru research team, Asar, Sanjeti, and Sebu Jao. However, in his videos, he's taking these shots at the squad. And I have paid attention to him. Every time he does these videos, is these little subtle pokes, these little subtle jabs, or he tries to downplay the advancement of information because what they're doing is they're doing exactly what scientists do, and that's advanced knowledge, which is another phase of being scientific. So in their attempt to not only educate the people in advanced knowledge, he's of the thought that he's defending the elders by trying to stand on their work, not advancing their work, but standing on their work. So the whole problem is when you call him out on his behavior, for a 55-year-old who acts like he can't have a conversation with someone that's 15 years younger than he that is not disrespecting him at all. So his rant on Garfield's channel is the fact that I've called him out on his behavior and his ability to continue to put himself on a platform and make him the end all be all or the authority or the go-to guy on information. That is why he continues to throw out his resume, I would say, but no one can source Reggie because he has no written work that we could use to combat a lot of misinformation. Few presentations, some great quotes.
Hey, Sean. Reggie's my friend, man. Why you beating up on my friend, man?
Man, look, I'm not beating him up. I'm just saying what he's doing is not even scholastically correct.
I've been sent him the link, so he might pop up in here, man.
He ain't coming. I'm here.
Yes, he is.
Nah, he ain't coming. I'm on the panel.
We
I'm on the. Okay, hold on. Vance. When my name was mentioned, did Reggie lose it? Did he lose his mind?
I did. He just had a response. I'm not trying to pass Reggie or nothing like that or trying to stir nothing. I was just confused. It was one-sided. Garfield never come on the line that day. So I was like, damn, what the hell? Like, what was going on? So that's all. But yeah, he lost it. He seemed
He ain't coming on here, Uncle, if I'm on here. Now, if I hang up, he'll come on here.
All right, stop talking shit. He don't come on.
He'll come up here. You give him a wrench.
I ain't mean to detract.
Oh, yeah. He need a wrench. You right, man.
You got to give him a wrench.
Y'all crazy. I ain't gonna let y'all talk about me, man, like that.
No, but I really don't have no problem. Listen, yo, I sat in the back seat of Garfield's car, yo, with Reggie, sitting next to Reggie. We rolled around Brooklyn. We went to Sister Monica, had a presentation that night. We were there. We went to eat that same night. You know what I'm saying? They dropped me off at my hotel. We did we was like around each other for like 10 hours that day because they had the conference. So there was no there's no contention. Even if I disagree with Reggie's position, there's no contention. He just thinks that I'm attacking him because I blocked him because he wants to Twitter finger us to death in the chat when he knows that Garfield and Unc will send him the link and he can speak freely to us and talk. But he tried to pull rank on me before on an old Dagger Squad show where he just tried to say, "Who is you? You ain't nobody. Don't nobody know who you are." Like, still what he's doing. Oh, just because you had a little contribution to something, you ain't doing that. You heard him. He was like, "Yo, what does he do for the community?" Garfield was like, "Yo, Reggie, you tripping? He does do things in the community. What does he do, Garfield?" He immediately got off what I do for the community and said, "Well, do you agree with what he said in the chat?" I was like, he act like a child throwing a tantrum. And that's what he's been doing on these other platforms. He had a tantrum time on all these other platforms, all over the place name of the meaning of the place name Kemet. And I just think that he's been disingenuous with Brother Saw, Sable Jawu, and Sable Sanjeti. I just really do. I think that his position that he has taken has been not one of a scientist.
That's a hell of a long question right there. Yeah, you might have killed him. You might not have come on now. Reggie, don't listen to him. I got your back, man. Don't listen. Hey, Vance. Where you at? He ain't even stop listening to that. Vance.
No, I was listening.
Hey, man, when that next podcast, bro? Shout out your podcast.
Oh, yeah, for sure. Politically incorrect. If you guys listen to podcasts, we on every podcast platform pretty much. me and my partner, we talk about everything. We don't just stick on conscious shit per se, but we definitely touch on it. Unc comes on from time to time. We do them every so often. Check us out. Shit, whenever you want to do it, we need to link up and do them. Check the videos out on my page. Go to my YouTube page right now and check out some of the clips from the podcast we've actually done and sat down in person and did. So, I mean, yeah, check us out.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, man. Make sure y'all support that, man. The young brothers doing their thing, man. I appreciate the Politically Incorrect, man. They've been having their podcast on for a while, man. I actually met them through that. Brother hooked up with me. Yo, we've been vibing ever since, man. Yeah, they're actually an asset to the community, man. The conversation is heavy, and they had those serious conversations, man. So shout out to Politically Incorrect, man. You know, pseudo killer on deck. It's my man right there, yo. He keep me abreast of things of physics, keep me abreast of just the cosmos, period, man. That's his interest. He loves space. You know what I'm saying? And, you know, we just appreciate you, bro. We always appreciate the young minds around here, man.
Oh, no, for sure. Pseudo killer on deck, always. Where the hell X ass at? We loaded. Okay, I see you, Chevron.
Yeah, Chevron. Hey, we got the Source Up and Shut Up shirts, too. Source Up and Shut Up. Got him in the building. Yeah. Y'all go to the website, man. You go ahead and type in No Religion, man. If you like this, man. No Religion. Man.
Yeah, I gotta come to Atlanta, man. I need to get some gear.
Yeah, got No Religion. We got the Science is Undefeated joint. Yeah, y'all know Science is undefeated, though. Them Christians never was gonna be able to stand a chance. Nah, they know they wasn't. Nope.
Dr. Maya fell out on us, didn't she?
Yeah, she did. Doc, is you done or what, Doc?
Now I'm still hanging with you guys.
Hold on, real quick though, man. I do want to ask Dr. Ma'at one thing. Dr. Ma'at, how you feeling?
I'm feeling good. I'm feeling good. Thank you for asking.
Okay.
I feel much better. I've been, oh my goodness, 6 weeks into my recovery process. So, still healing and and moving about. But thank you so much for asking.
Peace to you, Dr. Maya.
Peace, brother. How are you?
I'm great. It's good to hear from you.
Nice to hear your voice, brother.
Hey, Doc. You were supposed to be having a conversation with the pastor. What happened with that?
Oh man, I'm glad you asked. So I spoke to Sinetta and Pastor Bennett. I believe it was the earlier part of the week, probably like Monday. And so they wanted to set up this debate or this discussion rather entitled what's better for our people? What can liberate Black people? The Bible or Blueprint for Black Power? So you already know what I was arguing. So we agreed to have it on Friday at 12 p.m. today. And so then I get a text message from Sinetta yesterday, and he said, oh, instead of having it on Friday at 12 noon, can we have it tonight at 9 p.m.? And so right now, and I mean, anybody can go to morgan.edu. Right now, all of our students are taking midterms. It's midterm week, October the 7th through the 12th, midterm week. And so he's texting me literally while I'm in the middle of giving my EEGR 203 class their midterms, and I didn't get out until like after 5:30, close to 6 o'clock. So it was no way that I was going to work 10 hours and then go home and have a discussion with Pastor Bennett for 2 hours. It was no way in hell I was going to do that. So I sent him back a message and I said, well, Sinetta, I can't do it. And he was like, well, my debates are usually on Thursday night debate. A lot of people going to be watching. And so he kept pushing to do it on Thursday. And I was adamant that I wasn't going to do it and that I could do it on Friday. But he didn't want to do it today. He wanted to do it on Thursday. So since he was adamant about doing it on Thursday, I decided to go in on Friday figuring that we're not going to do it since he only does it on Thursday. So I went into work today, and then he texted me and said, "Hey, can you discuss?" He had the discussion on the debate with Pastor Bennett today at 2 p.m. And
Yeah,
I said, "Brother Sinat, yeah, I said, Brother Sinat, I'm at work now. Well, I thought you weren't going to work today." I said, "Well, I wasn't going to work today, but when you tried to change the debate schedule to Thursday, I figured we weren't going to do it." And so that was that. So, you know, they wanted to interpret it to the community that I was running from the pastor and squad is running from the pastor, but that was a
He made it sound real good.
yeah, he was just hyping it up. That wasn't.
That shit sound good on paper.
Yeah, that wasn't what
What,
was.
man?
Nobody was running from the.
Oh, ain't you in? Oh,
But
shit.
he was foolish in that he gave his presentation on the platform. So now all I'm gonna do is just go to his presentation and pick it apart. So
Pick that garbage apart. Brother,
exactly.
Reggie in the building. Now, Sean, hide your icon, Sean. Hide your icon. Where you at, Reggie? Hold on, Donnie. Where you at, Reggie? I'm gonna meet you.
Yeah, I'm here. Peace, brother Reggie.
Peace, brother.
Hey, peace, family. How you doing, chef friend?
What's going on, Dr. Reg?
Brother Reggie's fine.
My brother Reg.
Don't call me doctor around Dr. Mayotte. So you about to get
Hey, let me say this about the Reverend, right? I think he's been getting off the hook. I think the debates has been tailored to him a little bit too much. Like, he need to have a debate on history. He need to be able to. Anytime we let him go off into philosophy, he get to preaching. And nah, yo, we got to kill him with straight history.
Hey, hold on. Hey, Aaron, come on, man. I'm muting you out because your phone is making all that noise.
Yeah,
Kill the show.
Go
ahead. Dang. Go ahead, Sheffield.
Yeah, he been getting off, looking better than what he really is. Because
you really think he be looking better, yo? I
really think he be winning, but the fact that he can keep
looking better towards who on what?
No, the fact that he keep getting the spew philosophy. Like
what?
He get the spew philosophy.
What kind of philosophy is he speaking against the Big Bang and all that?
Oh yeah, well he lost on that. Yeah,
bro,
that's
he think he doing a good job, man, because Sinetta pumping him up.
Right, yo.
Sinetta definitely pump him up.
Hey, just like that.
Exactly.
Hey, just like Black Jesus Ministers, man. One of the dumbest people I've ever seen in my life. He called himself the king of debates. He is the dumbest person on the planet.
Brother.
Brother, you are a stupid. Hey, peace, brother Reggie. Love
Hey, peace, good brother. How you doing? Now he see.
Hey, Sheffield. So you saying Reggie got beat up by the minister?
Not at all.
I seen his debate with the minister.
So how you figure you crazy? You got
he was on there today. And it's like when he wanted to go up against Dr. Mayette. Like, I think it should be tailored towards history more than him being able to spit philosophy.
But it shouldn't matter, yo. He a Christian, dog. It don't matter which way it go. They can't. I don't understand. The only person think you lost is the person who don't understand. That's simple. That's not even like if a person say, "Hey man, you wasn't here before the earth, so you don't know." And I say, "Yeah, you're right. Human beings come after the earth. You're right. So then how do you know how the earth was formed? That means you're a flaming idiot." And then you say, well, wait a minute, man made up science. And I said, yeah, you're right. And I said, well, but man made up God. No. Then you just an idiot. Like, you just won't come to grips with human beings created science. Out of the minds of human beings, based off of a need for survival, they created science. Man created religion, and man created all the key characters in religion. It's that simple. No matter where you go on planet Earth, Dr. Bender tell you yourself. Right or wrong, Doc can tell you, right? Like Doc was a real black atheist before the daggone term. And they all act like he wasn't that. Reggie can expound on that 1 second. But we know for sure that human beings create philosophy, create names of gods, create the idea and say, God inspired me. Yeah, man said that. Even
John G. Jackson said it best in his title, and it was
right.
in sequence.
Right.
Man came first, then he thought of a God, and he made a civilization.
Facts. Jabari specifically said, when Reggie was on the show, what did he say? What did Jabari say? What did he do? What did he say?
Jabari has a interesting way of speaking, and what he did was he tried to say he has as good enough education as I do, right? Meaning that he went to Cornell and I went to City College, and then he said, of course, even better, maybe even better. Okay. Then on the question of, he says, well, you know, I don't know why it's ridiculous. You know, I don't know why Reggie keeps bringing this up. And he says, you know, there's some of us, and me too, I'm paraphrasing, can talk to the ancestors. And
he said what?
that he can talk to the ancestors, and this is an ongoing problem that we have with religious people, in that it's a neurological misadventure. It's all in their mind. So if you're talking to your ancestors, so they're up in heaven learning English. I don't understand. I mean, most of our ancestors, especially from Africa, even when they spoke English, they spoke broken English, English that most of us probably couldn't understand. It's so we speak to our ancestors. We can understand them. They can understand us. And then we're talking about our recent ancestors. What about our ancestors from Ghana and Congo and Angola? And they're speaking their language. We could understand them. So we can understand all the Africans from all parts of Africa on the slave trade could understand English. It's a neurological misadventure. I think, I mean, there's a good book. It's called The Golden Apple by Edgar Ridley. He's having some legal issues, but he has, he actually took his proposal to Cheikh Anta Diop. And this thing was that his concept is basically symptomatic thinking versus symbolic thinking. And I think all religious people think symbolically, all of them. Every religious person thinks symbolically, and it's a neurological misadventure. And Edgar really blames, of course, it came out of Kemet because of the symbolic thinking in Kemet. But you would have to know ancient Kemet literature, which he does not, to make that fuller point. But there are people like in this Kemetic religion. They don't believe it's a religion. They say it's a spirituality. They play with words. We have dictionary definitions of what religion is. Religion is an organized set of beliefs and rituals. I don't have to tell any of you any of this. Spirituality is a individual's existence as an individual contemplates it. But if he's in a religion, the religion trumps his spirituality. And ancient Kemet was very, very, very religious. But I think that everybody on the panel knows this. So we have a dual problem. One is with the believers of the theists, And then we have then we have the metaphysic religious people who believe in fake science. And then we have people who do believe in science, that's us. And then we have, of course, the people who believe just because Kemet is older and we have literature that they are somehow connected to Kemet. And that is not true. And so I'm hated. I'm in New York, and I'm hated in those circles. But
Shemaz and them.
no, it's just not Samaj. It's all of the people who practice Kemet spirituality.
So do you think they practice, and I'm gonna ask you this question, do you think they practice in Kemetic spirituality or African American Christian Kemetic spirituality?
I believe that they are a sect, just like the Christians was a sect of Hebrews. They have mixed in their African American understanding, and which includes the religious, their Christian and Hebrew and other beliefs into this African American formula where we talk English, meaning it's okay for us to use the words like God and spirit, spirituality. And then what we do is look at an African concept like a netter. And what we do is say that's the same thing. We also do it with the concept of the soul. And so, but we're not in that that particular acculturation of ancient Egypt. Most people don't understand ancient Egypt cult practices. They don't understand something that we should use. We should use a word called syncretism. There's internal syncretism, which occurs within a civilization like Egypt or Kemet, where the gnomes have their own particular beliefs that they're practicing, and then it becomes a national belief, or they mix it in, like the pyramid text mixes in a whole bunch of gnome beliefs. And then there's external syncretism. External syncretism is when it expands to a society of secrets, when the world was more globalized. And so after you have, me and Ankh was talking about all the different invasions, the Libyan invasion, the Persian invasion, the Greek invasion, the Seleucid invasion, the Roman invasion, later the Arab invasion. And so there is external syncretism where what they think they know of one civilization synchronizes into some more ideas. So yes, Ankh, I could have been shorter and just said yes, but the answer is yes, they're practicing a very comfortable, non-political, non-revolutionary, non-best interest approach to a comfort religion that they are they're synthesizing and putting forward to us, and we have to we really have to challenge them on things like they say. One, this is the first time that I heard that anyone can speak to the ancestors. This is like speaking to the aliens. This is like we're sending up, scientists are sending up codes and beams and mathematical formulas into space, hoping that they get a reply back. Like 1 + 1, they're waiting for a 2, right? So they're sending up the unified theorem, hoping that we get an answer. So
that's crazy, yo.
Yeah, so this is the problem with with Pastor Bennett. Well, you know, Pastor Bennett, I've been on Black News 102 Sinetta Studios, you know, for a long time. Pastor Bennett is basically cannon fire and fodder, and the people, there are a number of people who they latch onto him because they see him as the last hope. Now, when he argues with Jabari, him and Jabari, they don't really argue history. And so the brother that was talking, Sheffron or or the other brother that was on. When I debated Pastor Bennett, it was straight on history to ask a question: did did Christianity destroy the legacy of ancient Egypt? Yes, they did, because they immediately warred with, they classified anybody who didn't believe in the one true God as a pagan. And then when they did that, that allowed them to war on the Greeks, and the ancient Egyptians weren't in power at this time. So they were the underclass, serving what was left of the Ptolemies. So I'll stop. But I think I want to ask you, Unc, a question, and I want to ask the panel, okay, is African religion from the continent any better? Does it get a pass also?
Sean? Sean?
Yes.
He said yes.
Who's Sean?
Sean, your main
Don't
man.
play, Rich.
Okay.
Say yeah, get a pass.
Okay, so why does it get a pass?
Because the African American who's leaving the church and looking to reacclimate themselves with the traditions and customs without coherently understanding, researching, and studying, and rather believes and not know, accepts something that just feels better to them than Christianity. However, there's this saying that that Ujjawa likes to say is like changing clothes without taking a bath, and that's what people are doing.
Okay, so what solutions does any religion offer? African religions included. What solutions does it offer besides feeling good? Because you said to feel good. Well, outside of that,
that's for the unstudied. That is a proponent of what this whole thing is. It's a feel-good movement for them that they so-called woke up and found who they were all of a sudden.
So does the Ifa tradition, because you said it gets a pass, does the Ifa tradition, does it work? Does the Akan religion, does it work? Does the religions in the Congo, which left of it that wasn't Christianized, do they work? Do the religions work?
I'm not a practitioner of any of those systems, but what I would say to you is, from a cultural standpoint, if you are studying these particular systems and you're reacclimating yourself, or hopefully you're learning the languages of these different traditions. However, it's about improving one's culture. I don't think that the African American, westernized African American, can adapt to the perspective of what you're asking. So I want to say this in return to that. The way that these indigenous practices, before they were infused or made over or whatever, these systems were about developing culture, but also, like you say, uh, a religious, a repetitive practice, something that you eat, sleep, drink. It was within those within your day-to-day experience. It was really wasn't separated like you would say, like we're separating so many different things today. So I don't think that the African American can even grasp the concept of what you're asking.
Do you think the African can grasp it?
Today's no, I don't. Yes, depending on the pockets, and like notice I said pockets, so I'm not saying the whole, I'm saying in pockets where they were able to, continue to continue the traditions and the customs, and the missionaries and the influence of Christianity and so forth wasn't uh,
Okay.
rampant.
Okay, so if I told you that probably one of the largest group of converts to Christianity is from Africa, right? What would you say about that?
I would agree.
Okay, so it doesn't work. So African religion, when African religion is meets Christianity or Islam, uh, African religion succumbs to it. What they do is they synchronize. They see, okay, this is not so harmful because some of these concepts we believe in, uh, but they're looking at the book, but they're not looking at the history, and they're also not looking at does their stuff work, and are they getting a substitute that also doesn't work? It doesn't work. So the issue is religions only create other concepts of religion, other God concepts. That's what religion creates. Religion only creates religion. Science creates tools. Tools can be tools could be made better. Science creates tools. The more we know, the better tools that we produce. We do empirical studies to see if the tool is working, and we ask the questions: what doesn't the tool can't do? And then we create better tools. And so when it comes to the concepts of the great concepts of the world, uh, uh, some of those questions we really don't have to answer. For example, the origin of the universe. It's not necessarily needed to answer unless from that we can get a better tool. Creating the first humans, we don't need to do that unless we want to create the first humans. But what we can do is use CRISPR-Cas9 and create better humans, right? And what we can do is understand try to understand more of quantum physics. So the issue is science works because it can create tools, and we have millions of experiments and millions of tools. Religion only creates the same thing, or another version of a God concept. So
Well, I would
religion,
I would say that I was not to cut you off, but in your argument, there are aspects in certain cultural traditions and customs that help improve one's existence. That whole emphasis on being a better person does provide one of or elevating themselves. Just like the Remnants, they never separated science and what they practice, their cultural traditions and practices. It is when they get later on, correct me if I'm wrong, is when they get later on in history where they begin to, well, not too far ahead, but they would get later on, they would start this separating, and they will become more, what you say, religious or spiritual than scientific, because their scientific genius got them so far uh,
yeah.
ahead of the rest of the world.
So the ancient Egyptians said it best. Tepesep is the correct method for understanding the natural world, the mysteries, and the secrets. So whatever they was trying to do, they was trying to create a method. The problem is when they came to what they could not understand, that's the mysteries and the secrets, then they began to contemplate, hoping and leaving a record. And they showed us that they were willing to change their religious practices, that they at least were thinking. They didn't get enough time. So I would have to throw all African religions, even ancient Kemet, under the bus, because you can't prove that any of the stuff work. It's just great, profound thinking. I have to respect it as only that, great, profound thoughts about the universe, and they came real close. I mean, you can look at field theory, wave theory, wave and matter theory, right? You can see that the ancient Egyptians, in some contemplations of noon, and what came out of this watery mass is very similar to wave and matter type concept. But the fact is that without experimentation, you can't prove any of that. So now the ancient Egyptians went further than everyone else. To me, everything else in African religion it didn't work for Africa. Africa was completely, when it came in contact with Europe, when it came in contact with the invaders, when it came in contact with Rome, it completely fell apart, completely, and capitulated. So if you have something that you say it works, then it should work when you have an external force. It doesn't work when it has an external force. It doesn't work. Now the European, he has tools. He had the gun. He has money. Now he has a quality of life. So he has tools. He and she has tools, and those tools are even to us, because we're the richest slaves in the world. We're the richest slaves in the world. We enjoy being the richest slaves in the world. So much so that we can't take advantage of the tools that are out there. So the STEM and all the things that, y'all talk about, right? We can't take advantage of that. We can't. So none of the tools is working for us because we have a neurological misadventure and we're stuck and we're dependent. We're actually dependent. We get murdered and we get murdered. A cop murders us. The cop walked into the house. She had keys. Nobody leaves their door open. She walked into the house with keys. The witness, the key witness, he gets killed. They're manufacturing that he's a drug dealer. No one's saying that they went to his house and found any drugs. He's going to bring all of his drugs out of his house. And even if he did that, there's not going to be any residue. There's not going to be any packings or anything like you're not cutting it up. You just got one bundle and you're making one drug deal. And the drug dealers in America should say, that's not how it happens. There's a gun in the house. Can't sell drugs without a gun in the house. If you're going to do an exchange, you're going to bring a gun, right? Ain't no drug dealer in his right mind is going to deal drugs without a gun, paraphernalia. And then there's going to be traces of the substance all through the apartment. Because you're like, damn, I ain't got my worker today. I got to bag this shit up myself. They didn't find none of that. But we're not smart enough to answer the question. Religion does not work. It doesn't work whether it's an African religion, whether it's a African Kemetic formation, whether it's a Christian, Muslim, Hebrew. It does not work for us.
Reggie, I have a question. Why would you compare Africa to any Abrahamic faith? Because it seems like you're just going ahead and you're putting everything into one bundle.
Because I have history. Because it's easy for me to do. Because I know the syncretism. If it wasn't for the African mystery systems spreading through Cyprus, and all you have to do is read the Stolen Legacy and creating the
but what do you mean by mysticisms? Because
mystery systems.
Right, but that's a facade. That's Madame Blavatsky all day.
No, mystery schools is when the ancient Greeks went into ancient Egypt, it was during the Persian period. I hope you know that.
Yes, but what
And
I'm saying is when you said what you just said, I know where you're getting that from because we trace back this whole claim of a mystery system that's non-existent.
that's not true. That's first of all, we're not dealing with Madame Blavatsky. We're not dealing with that. We're dealing with um, the intellectual and mystic schools of that period of the Persians in Egypt, the Cambyses and Darius, and we're dealing with the other places like Cyprus, who traded with the Greeks, who bought. They were trading technology. They was trading secrets. They was trading ideas, and those ideas, or if you had the ideas, they were what they called the mysteries. They have an answer for this, and it was couched with technology. They knew mathematics. They knew things. They knew building, how to build. They were shipbuilders. So there were secrets that cultures kept to make them much more competitive to other cultures. I can criticize African religion and culture because you have to tell me specifically what worked. What worked?
Can I ask a question?
Go ahead, bro.
So when we get to talking and discussing about culture, are we going to be able to, or can we disconnect religion from culture? Or when we look at culture, can we define it as something that doesn't need to be attached to religion?
Well, culture is, all things should evolve. I think that you can agree. So,
Right.
so the culture of the African 600 years ago, culture of African 2,000 years ago is that's their lifestyle, but it's really irrelevant to us today. It's irrelevant because you know how I know it's irrelevant? Because you would have to give me the tools that are useful besides the neurological tools. Give me a tool that's competitive to anything that the Europeans do today.
Okay. Yeah, I wasn't necessarily gonna compare it to today, but I was gonna say that, we Africans did have tools that they created to propel them, through history or just through time where they needed it. And I think that's something that we've taken, or at least now everybody has that kind of
What
understanding.
tools? What tools?
Well, for instance, we still use metal to develop certain things like phones or buildings.
I'm talking about what tools did the African, the African greatness is long past.
Right.
So it's irrelevant.
Right. But so when I was speaking of culture, I mean, I think there's a lot more than just dancing or entertainment or just religion that go into culture.
Morality, if you want to deal with morality and rules of humanity, that's more into science, right?
Okay.
And that is not germane to that's man writing that into his religion. But man uses his observation of the universe, and then he writes it into his religion. It's syncretism. Right?
Okay,
Right. So it's just like when they made spiritual masks, and I'm using the word spiritual mask. When they carved a mask out, right? They would pray to the tree for forgiveness, or when they created anything that they actually created now and then, because they still do create things, and they use certain things that they've learned over time to create these things. They still pray and they still appreciate or show adoration for that which brought forth this thing they just created, their creative genius, to give to the rest of the world.
Right, but they still kill a tree.
Correct. I'm not denying the aspect
Yeah,
of
you
that.
crazy.
But who has the consciousness enough to, to think? If okay, so let's say I cut your arm off to sew it to somebody else's, and I thanked you for that because you now gave somebody else the ability to be able to use your arm to move forward in life.
Well, that doesn't work. I don't know if there's ever
It's a
arm
bad
transplant.
analogy, but I'm just saying.
Yeah. Well, okay, you thank me, but you cut off my arm. My arm is cut off. And see, the religious part of it is irrelevant.
What makes
I
it
agree.
irrelevant?
I agree with you on that.
See, we're fighting a beast. We're fighting a beast that preys on our weaknesses. While we're praying, he's gonna when you go, he's gonna don't you see what's going on? You go to a mosque, and that's when the strike comes, right? You call to prayer, that's when they attack. You see, you're dealing with uh, an oppressor that has sent troops into Africa to study African and other people to see what their weaknesses are. Right? You have a wedding, they're going to bomb the wedding. You anything that you're doing religious, whether you're grouping, they're going to bomb it, or they're going to give you a virus, right? They're going to give you Ebola, right? They know exactly how fast it's going to spread, and they know exactly how they want to stop it. They're going to give when the Hutus and Tutsis, they're going to give one group of people weapons. They know exactly what they're going to do with the weapons. You see so there's a difference in our weaknesses is that we are misusing morality. So I have a text in ancient Egypt that I read often. We could discuss it another time, but it is. Huh?
I got a question, Reggie. Is it comedic priest like to steal debates right from underneath your brother's noses? Is that priest like? I just want to know.
Say that again. Say a priest at what?
Is it priest like to orchestrate and literally steal a group debate from your teammates and tell them nothing until the flyer comes out? Is that priestly?
No. Well, it is. First of all, it is priestly. It is priestly because we're using a European construct. Or you are a revolutionary, or you are a freedom fighter, or you're a scientist? Absolutely not. What you are is a priest. A priest is your syncretism with Roman Catholic and other Christianity. You're acting exactly like that. Because you're using the wrong tool. So you're using the wrong tool. So whatever they are, the fact of the matter is, whether they're a priest or not, they're not really. What are they? If I want to ask, what are you doing? What are you doing for the best interest of your people? Our job is simple. Is to systematically acquire and apply skills and knowledge for the best interests of our people. Skills and knowledge, acquire and apply skills and knowledge. They're not applying skills, they're applying religion. They're not applying knowledge. That's why I say none of it works. It don't work.
Got you. All right, man. Shoot. Appreciate
Hold
that
on,
combo. Wait, you want to say something?
Okay. Yeah. Because
where I'm at the end.
You are, but I think the one thing that I kind of disagree with you on is to belittle the African genes and its relevancy today.
The African what? Genes?
Genius.
Genius.
Yes. Genius.
Yeah, that's not relevant. That's not relevant.
It's very relevant. Hold on, Reggie. Listen, just for a second. This is how relevant it is that the European and the Chinese are in Africa right now, not only for natural resources, but they are also studying African genius, ancient and present day. They have schools of thought that they have built, or these sciences, these different sciences that are funded and then propelled into Africa to study the ancient history and to get its genius up out of it and utilize some of the tools that they can find and abstract from Africans to improve their societies today. So to say is something is long gone and irrelevant and so on and so forth is spiting the African
Give me
genius.
an example.
Still exist.
Give me an
Everything.
give me an
Okay.
example. You have to give me an
Every.
example.
All right. The okay. You're using the technology that you're using right now. The material makeup of some of these the things, the cobalt, all of these things that are in cell phones, that are in laptops, that are in desktop computers, all of these materials that are used, the majority, the most important pieces of the makeup comes from natural resources in Africa. Then they go in they're studying the art. They've confiscated all of this art, all of these things. They're trying to gain a better understanding on it. Now I'll give you this, that they're studying the heck out of spookisms as well. But but at the
But
same time,
your argument, see, the problem is your argument. You started off with African genius. The natural resources, the European knows exactly what he needs in his laboratories to build tools. All he's doing is extracting. The African does not know the value of his resources. He doesn't know how to count, weigh. There's no factories in Africa. There's no factories in Africa. So the African genius is Africans in the European society being educated at the same time Europeans are and are working for them, but we're not working for ourselves. The African genius, we are Homo sapiens sapien. We are there may be some advantages and there may be some disadvantages, but your argument about the African genius is you're arguing two things. Don't argue resources and don't argue geniuses. The African does not know what's in the ground. He doesn't know how to extract it. I mean, there's yellow cake.
Whoa! What do you mean he doesn't know how to extract it? They're in the mines. They're extracting the diamonds and all of these things all the time. We have to hold on. I can't. There are some things that need correction here, but I can't allow you to say that you don't understand what I'm saying.
The reason why
we have the tools to see.
You want me to be you?
No, I don't.
I'm asking you for examples. You know, I asked you specifically
and I
to talk about the African genius.
Okay.
You did not. You talked about the resources.
Okay.
Talk to me about the African genius.
Right.
Could I add something? Could I add something?
Please.
I believe that.
You believe?
I believe.
He's gonna
I
play
believe
with
that.
you because you said believe. By the way.
I understand, and I'm using it. I believe I'm using it correct. I believe that Africa's genius lied in its ability to be diverse and in different pockets, be able to create different, maybe technologies or certain things that they used in their lives.
Give me examples. Don't do that. Give us examples.
In my studying the Vibio people, I think it was I really can't remember the book. I can look it up just a second. It was a book describing how the bigger tribe, whether it was that they were harvesting more crops in that area or they were producing more economic wealth, smaller tribes would pay, say, their government or their society to add on to that town or that village, and assist them in what they were good at, so to speak.
Okay, is that relevant now?
I think it could be relevant. Like I said, I believe So I think it could be relevant if it's something that we work on and study on, just a similar way
Yeah.
that
Well,
we.
I would rather do vertical
Reggie,
farming.
you
I
want
would
to? You
do.
said you want an example. You want an
Yes,
example.
I want an
So here,
example. But I
okay,
was. Let me finish my point.
vaccinations is a great example.
Okay, so let me finish my point, and we get back to vaccinations.
Go
Okay.
ahead, brother.
Okay.
Hey, hold on 1 second. We got eight more minutes for the show. Cut off. Why cut off? All right. 8 more minutes. So go ahead. Ask the question. Hey, shout out to the chat room too, man. I didn't shout y'all out too, man. Shout out to Easy Bands. Hutch.
Anything? Okay. So what was the question? What's the question? I mean, I appreciate you asking, but I'm asking you for a very specific, particular example. So you said somebody said vaccinations. Okay, so at some point in African society, they understood things like inbreeding, the problems of inbreeding. They understood possible certain breakouts that was happening for not burying their dead correctly, for misusing the water. Okay, that was then. Okay, so we're talking today. Fast forward.
Brain surgery
in Africa.
How to align bones.
Okay, so so you're looking for the ancient African Bible.
I'm not
I would
looking
rather
for no
go
Bible.
to a doctor.
You said things were irrelevant.
They are, because if I get sick,
they're still being practiced today.
But I'd rather go put me on a plane. Put me on a plane and send me to a hospital if I get a brain injury. Don't have nobody. No. Put me on a plane.
Studying Africa today, and they're using what
they've
learned.
They're studying other cultures.
Today, I don't mean that. No, they're really studying Africa. We're not seeing teams being deployed to other places on the level that we see it in Africa. We can admit that. We also can admit that a lot of the sciences that we have today, and I'm not being a hyper diffusionist, what I'm basically saying, which goes back to my genius question, is that my comment is that a lot of the genius, they pulled from a lot of the genius to solve a lot of the trauma problems that we see in hospitals today. Not all. I ain't saying that. Some. And
okay, so we have to do another show because I don't see I see minimal examples. Okay. And I don't see enough. Give me to
about resetting bones, vaccinations.
But you can do that. You can do that. That is not relevant today because we have sterile equipment in hospitals.
If you have a car accident, Reggie, what's going to happen? Your head's messed up. The trauma from your brain being messed up.
It's not the success rate in Africa. The issue is in Africa. Please don't have a car accident. Have you been to Africa?
No, man. No, Reggie. Listen.
I have been there. Don't get.
Reggie. What I'm saying is, if someone had an accident.
Hold on for a minute. We got 4 minutes left, man. Make sure y'all support Abjuwear.
Abjuwear.
WEAR, man. Got a lot of nice shirts. Hey, we got a Source Up and Shut Up shirt in there, man.
No, I'm out.
Tomorrow I'm gonna have some more products on there. All right, for the Source Up and Shut Up. All right. So I mean, I appreciate all the support, man. You know, this show is brought to you by Abjuwear, man. Shout out to Brother Reggie, man, and your work, man. Shout out to you, Sean, and your studies, man. With the Mossy clan. Shout out to the Mossy clan. Shout out to the translating team. All right. Shout out to MBK, man. Y'all in the building as always, man. Shout out to the Dagger Squad, man. And that's right. Shout out to Money Metanetra, man. Shout out to Wu Ja. Shout out to Dr. Oyamayat. Shout out to Asar Hotep. Shout out to Brother Nahisi. All right. Shout out to Smash Rockwells, man. He's always in the piece, man. Shout out to all the families, man. I don't think I left none out, man. And, you know, we calling the Christians out. All right. We calling the Christians out. Bring your doctor's degree. Yeah, I'm saying, bring them in the building with you. Make sure you bring your DNA test too. We're going to get all that straight. All right. Get everything straight. Everybody. Put everything on the table. We're going to figure out, is Christianity an African religion? Did it come from Africa? We're gonna find out, is it the black man's religion? We're gonna find out, can Christianity help us today? You know what I'm saying? Yeah, I know Black Christian Church got a lot of big churches. I do know that. You know what I'm saying? I do know that.
Render unto Caesar what is Caesar's. That's all that they're doing. Render unto Caesar what Caesar's.
That's
So
right, Ray.
they are partnering with they're partnering with Rome, and that's the United States, that's the Vatican, that's other states that are anti-African, anti-black, anti-African, African peoples.
Let me finish my roll call, man. I know you, hey Vance, I know you ain't still woke at 12:58, but shout out to politically incorrect. If you're still in the building, man, holler, man. But I know, oh,
well, yeah,
what?
I'm definitely still in here. And shout out to Reggie.
What? You done outbeat me, yo. You got me.
Yeah.
I'm about to die over here, yo.
I see you weighing in the wing.
Waving in the wing, yo. Man, pseudo killer on deck, man. Waiting on them shirts, man.
Oh, yeah.
All right. And proud to partner with you, brother. Proud of that. Hey, shout out to Master Khalid, man. Hey, shout out, Master, man. Appreciate you, man. Man,
appreciate
official,
you,
man.
big bro.
Official, man. Pseudo killer official, bro. You know that, man. You know it.
And
I'm
Dr. Mott, we need Dr. Mott.
Dr. Mott sleep. I'm by sports.
Shout out.
Man, shout out to you, pseudo killer. Boy, I know you was in Hebrew last week, yo. But you done came a long way.
I'm biased, you my man. Salute.
In just 1 week, yo, this nigga just in 1 week time. Last week he banging on talking about them crazy who's don't come for monkeys. This week, hey man, hey, it's a crazy phenomenon around here, man. So I be tripping, yo. Shout out to you, man. Hey, Sheffrin. Hey, man. Be more in here, man. Shout out to you, Sheffrin.
Yeah, that's what's up, man. We definitely gotta sit down and look at that debate that Jabari did and break that down.
Yeah, we're gonna do that.
That was crazy. I'm still disappointed in what happened, man. That was crazy.
Why be disappointed? Either you come with facts, you come with history, right? And you work with a team. We got this problem. Yeah. So yeah.
So hey, Reggie can back me up, man. When we did that Kimmon on trial, right? All information was scrutinized. Was it not, Reggie?
That's absolutely correct. There was a question and answer. We put people there to prove their theories, right? And we decided some things not to use and who would go first, and who would carry the winning. So we scrutinize. I just don't think that we should go about having people stand for us and then take an L because they don't go through a process. You ain't got no sources.
Sit down. So Jabari was weak. Jabari couldn't handle scrutiny. But this is what we do. This is what we do as scholars, as scientific literacy. We challenge each other.
But hold on.
Hell on the phone, don't we?
It's like he might look down on the conscious community, though. The fact that he believed that he could go up in there against them brothers by himself and not take the best minds out of the conscious community, you know, he was feeling himself like he looked down at the conscious community because he felt as though he can go up in there on them brothers by himself and get the W. That's crazy.
Yeah, you got the W, all right.
What it is Jabari turned Catholicism into Hermeticism, and he turned Jesus into Heru.
Yeah. That's exactly.
Oh, messy.
Well, that's why you need squads, and that's why you need teams, and that's why you need constructive criticism.
Right. That's right. So it was hey man, I want to get off my chest. I'll be banging all week on Jabari, in case y'all didn't know it. I'm going live again tomorrow, and I'm gonna start off with banging on Jabari. And I'm calling out them Christians. Where y'all at? Y'all hiding. Where y'all at? Anybody see the Christians? Where's Waldo at? Where's the Christian? Where y'all at? Huh.
Yeah, my lecture, my debate against the pastor, I used the pastor to get through a point. I destroyed Christianity because it was violent as it set itself on the soil of Africa. And they can't undo what I said. maybe some people might say I'm not the best. I don't deliver the message, but what I do is I set the stage. The tenets of Christianity failed in Africa.
Facts. Facts, man. Hey, shout out to everybody in the daggone chat room, man. You know what I'm saying?
Shout out to Naya. We're Naya. I miss Naya.
Naya is married and in heaven right now, chilling with her husband.
Okay, shout out to Naya.
Happily married. Shout out to Sister Naya. And I know daggone well I ain't forget Naya, Naya Voices of Fire. I know daggone well I ain't, oh my goodness gracious. Naya, I'm sorry.
No, I fixed that for you, Unc. I'm on top of it.
Almost left out Naya, master. Oh my goodness.
Man, how you gonna do that? You know she gonna get at you for that one.
Oh.
Nah.
Naya, we love you, sister. Your voice is on fire. Congratulations to the marriage.
All day, Naya. You know you're my favorite, yo, of all time, yo. I never leave you off, yo.
Never.
Yeah. Well, you know how they say, out of sight, out of mind. I'm just saying.
Well, what do you say? You say organized lie defeats a disorganized truth.
A well-organized lie defeats a disorganized truth.
Every time.
Look, man, hey, we out of here, man. Hey, we're going live again tomorrow, so you know what I mean. I hope them say.
Hey, Sheffrin.
Go ahead. What you say?
What's up,
Hey, yo, I like what you said. I agree with you about letting the pass off the hook, dealing with crazy ass topic. Keep that dude stuck on science, man.
Exactly.
Yeah, I agree with that. My man getting a big head, and he's dumb as a rock. And my man getting confidence. I don't know where that confidence coming from.
He's pumping up, but we also got to deal with the metaphysics. The metaphysics, they got to go.
He said he pumping up. He got a nice little church there.
Hey, unbiased though, you're right, man. Listen, man, we got to keep these pseudos on the point because they like to deflect, man. We got to keep
Word. Hell yeah, man.
That was my
Keep
point.
on something solid. Hey, because yo, you killed him with that Big Bang, bro. That CMB, you killed him with that. Yeah, my man gonna ask Unc with my man. He gonna ask Unc when you die, where you go. Unc bodied him.
Hey, look. Hey, they don't want to give. Hey, the cosmic microwave background. I give it to them every time about that. That's something they can't even deny. You know what I'm saying?
They don't want to do that. And then
they can't
that
deny
first
that.
law, word, Khalid. And then that first law of thermodynamics, when he asked Unc, where do you go when you die? Unc bodied his ass.
Yeah.
See, like that went over a lot of y'all heads because y'all not scientific literate. You dig?
Yeah.
So we appreciate that.
Yeah, because it's like, okay, where you go when you die, you know what I'm saying? I mean, energy can't be created nor destroyed.
Right.
So whatever creature, insects, or whatever eat my rotten flesh, they gonna get my energy from that. You know what I'm saying? And then it's gonna carry on.
Exactly. And to understand that, thanks to Double X, you gotta know about that isolated system. You dig? You ain't go nowhere when you die.
But the short of it is all of that is irrelevant. It's a neurological misadventure. We don't need to talk about the afterlife unless we can build tools to extend our life.
Cut him off, Reggie. Cut him off. He barely spoke tonight. Go ahead, unbiased.
Sorry, unbiased.
No problem, brother Reggie.
A closed system, right? We live in a closed system.
No. The Earth is a closed system, but universe is an isolated system. So when you die, you ain't go nowhere. You somewhere around here.
Indeed. Indeed.
You somewhere here.
Yeah. You ain't another creature gonna eat you, and then the excrements, the flies gonna eat the excrements. You know
Word.
So,
until we know it's really irrelevant. What we need to know is how to extend our lives.
The energy
is not only death is not only the unknown, but it's the unknowable. You cannot know that.
Look, what we do know is that energy can be destroyed or created. I'm sorry, but it can be transferred, so we know it's somewhere else.
You're still making it religious. The fact of the matter is,
that's not religious.
That's thermodynamics, dude.
No, but we're really talking about our consciousness, and so all that stuff is true, but it's not relevant. Tell me how it's relevant. What? Tell me how after we die, what is relevant?
We ain't saying that. We're on your side, Reggie. You shooting at the wrong side.
I'm going off what Pastor had asked Unc. Pastor got spooky with Unc, and Unc brought him back to science. That's all I'm trying to say.
Good. That's right. I agree with that. I'm just saying that for us to start talking about that as science, then we need to have a show on that.
Yeah, we're gonna have a show on that tomorrow. We're gonna talk about science, all things science tomorrow. As I bang on Jabari, I call him divine pseudo.
We gotta smoke Jabari out, yo.
Man, I got love for Jabari, man. Come on, man. Don't
Nah,
go
I ain't got no. Hey, Master, you know where I come from. Yeah, I mean, if you steal from me, yo, you stab me in my back, yo.
I hear you. I missed that though. I ain't catch that. I missed that. I don't know nothing about.
You
Oh, you
gotta
want me to
answer
go back
why
over
he
it
did
again?
that.
I got a minute.
Oh.
I'm woke on that.
We ain't gotta go back.
Are you sure?
I catch it tomorrow. Just make sure you go in depth tomorrow. I catch it tomorrow.
Now, I'm going to do it anyway since you remotivated me. I'm going to say it real quick. There was a team debate. It was Jabari, Dr. Mayat. I mean, Jabari, you got to have Dr. Mayat. It was me, Asar Hotep, you know what I'm saying, and Brother Garfield.
And Asar, right?
Yeah, and we had agreed to debate the doctors, the pastors. You know what I'm saying? This is going to be our crowning moment to beat them down. Brother Jabari, right, in our back chat, you know, when he didn't want to share the information that he was going to present. That's not Like, you're not getting on that stage with us around you saying what you want to say. I'm not getting on that stage saying what you say. Man, they had me on hold
because you got a co-signer.
Child debate. Like, bro, you can't. No. Okay, just like I didn't get mad. I don't want to play. I'm gonna take my ball. You know what I'm saying? I didn't do that. I manned up and did what I could do. Now, Jabari, he had that residue of cult-like behavior where he can't be challenged. Well, Jabari, where's your sources at on that? Well, I don't have to give you all that, dude. Then on top of all that, guess what he did? Snuck behind our backs and set up a debate with the goddamn people, yo, and didn't tell us. You know when we found out, yo? When the damn flyer came out, yo. That dude is snake, yo.
Well, for real, what you're dealing with is a theist that don't want to share the stage with atheists. He don't want to be on no team with no atheists. He's a theist.
Yeah,
you know. So
good point.
So just be a man.
If he did do that, then that's not African righteous.
It's unacceptable. It's definitely unacceptable.
Yeah, so then that's the problem when we deal with African spirituality and religion. Is it really that? Do they really believe in the things that they say, or do they have an excuse for other things? So it was a team debate. It started a long time ago with Chris Broussard, and it was 7 months into the making. So I knew about
when you're dealing with theists debating each other, all you're dealing with is my God is better than your God. You know what I'm saying? And that's not really a debate. You know what I'm saying? Because who's to say? Neither one of our guys came down and told us which one was the truth. So
both guys are pseudo.
You know what I'm saying? So you can't deal with a theist versus theist. You know what I'm saying? That's nonsense in itself. So I don't think you should have even wanted to share or be on a team with another theist debating theism.
Word.
Yeah,
But he
man.
said he got a degree in history.
If it was up to me, I wouldn't have picked him. How about that? Let me just
I know.
say that.
Yeah.
You feel me?
Yeah. I feel
I'd have rather have Reggie.
Indeed. Brother Reggie gonna come with that fire.
That was the point.
Hey, Brother Reggie, he is like, yo, religion, anything that sounds remotely religious, Brother Reggie gonna be on it.
And Reggie stay on that point.
Yeah.
And you already know, like, I'm gonna pick my team over everybody. Like if I had the opportunity of all the families, yo, would have been in that. Like, we need to take this around the country, though. See y'all playing. That's what we need to do. We need to take this debate around the country, bring the best Christian minds, and go ahead and prove what y'all think y'all can prove. Let's do that.
Yeah. Christians and Muslims alike. I mean, all of them. You know,
bring them all.
The whole theistic community. Let's go.
Yeah, it's a bunch of forests running around out there.
And then, you know, a key component to evolution, to Darwin's theory, came out of a Christian monk, right? The laws of inheritance. You know that, right?
No, I don't know about that. I don't know. That ain't. No, what you talking about? It's natural selection.
No, the laws of inheritance was a key component of the descent by modification, and it came from a Christian monk who was doing science.
I ain't know about that one.
Doing science.
Yeah, he was doing science. He understood
Yeah, a lot of them niggas was practicing. A lot of them Christians was, see, that's what people don't know. They was practicing science. Tyson, the Greg Tyson talked about that.
Yeah. Are you sure they practice science or serendipity?
But they religion, you gotta understand something too, man. They religion was cultural, you know what I'm saying? So they knew how to separate their religion from science, you know what I'm saying?
I
So
don't know, man.
It's called Mendel's law of heredity. Mendel's law of Mendel was a Christian monk.
Oh, all right. You Mendel. All right, Mendel. Yeah, he dealt with the peas, with the genes.
Yes, and he was a Christian monk doing science. So he wasn't doing no Christianity. He threw that shit out. He was doing observation.
Yeah, Mendel. Yeah, look up the law. Look at Mendel, yo. He was looking at the different variations, yo.
And he was a Christian monk doing something else than believing in Christianity. He was doing science because he figured out science couldn't explain it. So keep Mendel, look up Mendel, study Mendel, and Ankh is correct about that. Yep.
Hey, shout out to CK the poet. Shout out to you, sis. Well, you know I wasn't gonna leave you out of that. Hey, true story. And I see you. What happened to that show we supposed to do with the hot seat there? What happened? With the hot seat that? Truth. CK the poet. All right, look, we out of here, man.
What? Hey, you're gonna lose that Darwin's the father of evolution topic. You're gonna lose that, dude. You better call me in the morning. I'm gonna save you from my ass whipping.
Now, Charles Darwin is not the father of evolution.
Nah, look, I'm gonna explain. Well, not me. I'm gonna read how they explain how they give credit to the father or something.
Man,
right?
I'm trying to tell you.
No.
Dude, listen, man.
You need to what, bro. You want to know how they come up with the father or something.
Man. Listen, man. I don't need to know. All right. I know what Charles Darwin did and what he didn't do, bro.
Hit me tomorrow.
But listen, we got them. Gregor Mendel, he is the father of genetics. That is his title.
Right.
Yeah. Right.
And he was a scientist, but he was also a friar.
Right. And Darwin, they call him the father of evolution for a reason, dude. And I'm gonna explain.
I know why it's only one reason, bro, because he had the tree of life, and he also was the first one to explain the why evolution occurred. Okay, we got that, but still, he's not the father of evolution. He would be the father of natural selection.
Nah, he's the father of evolution, dude.
That's correct.
No, he's the father of natural selection because it extended. So we know more about
evolution. Has different aspects of it, bro.
Mechanism. There's different components in evolution.
Hold on, stop. Go ahead. What would you great say?
Yeah, listen.
I said it's different.
Hold on, Nahisi, what you great say?
I was saying there's different components in evolution. Charles Darwin was the father of natural selection.
Nah,
look. I'm trying to give it to you.
Hold on for a minute, I'm biased. Where you at, Nahisi? Can you hear? Can you talk?
I'm right here.
Go ahead. What was you going to say?
No, I was saying that Charles Darwin is the father of natural selection. Right. But there are other components to evolution that he did not touch on. So he's not the father of evolution. He's the father of natural selection. Just like Mendel is the father of genetics.
Listen, I'm telling you from the scientific community, like they explain shit, we scientific literate, it's coming from the scientific community. Like they're explaining how scientists come up with, like how they give the title to fathers of everything. You dig? Like they explain that.
Go ahead.
Well,
you don't know it off the top of your head?
I'm in a car.
Oh, nah. See, you default. You by default.
Nah, I said call me tomorrow morning, and I'm gonna tell you how to give the titles of father of everything, brother. It's explained in detail.
How? Give me a brief synopsis. How?
They don't. It's I don't know, man. I don't know if
it's white supremacy. That's what it is. That's how you.
I ain't gonna say it's supremacy.
It's white supremacy, but there's a co-founder. His name is Alfred Wallace.
Alfred Wallace, right? Alfred Wallace. Matter of fact, you came up with natural selection alongside Darwin.
Hey, Brother Reggie, great point, Brother Reggie, because they say him and Darwin share the title of together. The father of evolution. Thanks for saying that,
bro. Listen, just like the brother Chevron said,
like we understand that Charles Darwin would be the father of natural selection, yo. I'm telling you, dude. Which is
Yo,
just one mechanism in evolution. Listen, so you can't discount the other people that had evolutionary ideas that
nah,
predate.
they don't do that. They go by a different standard. So I'm trying to
What's
tell
the
you, like,
standard? What's the standard? Give it to us. Come on, you should at least remember the
bro,
standard.
like they call, I was what's my name, Thompson. They called Thompson something the father, and like he didn't know everything that he was coming across. But again, in the morning, I'm a,
All
you
right.
know,
All right,
when I
well,
go
Taylor,
to bed,
yo, jump out there, yo.
I
Phil
sleep with my
Froggy, jump.
chemistry book. I sleep with my chemistry book. It's on the side of you when I'm sleeping. So
All
it's,
right.
you dig?
All right, okay. So look, family, I'm glad y'all came out, man. Let's see how many people we got in the building, man. We got 144,000. Well, we'd love to be counting that
We're
number.
going to heaven tonight.
Going to heaven. We going to heaven. Yeah, man, I gotta get some damn sleep, man. I know damn well I'm